Yeah. Welcome back to the Reggies podcast. Here with three blokes who could have been anything but decided to have fun instead. All the footy news and wash up from Vegas coming up today, boys and girls. AFL starts Thursday with round 0.
Awesome.
Aussies win the cricket. Stories surrounding Sam Kerr, Spencer Leniu. Clayton Oliver is playing this weekend for the Melbourne Demons, despite one of the biggest and best off seasons produced by an AFL star since Ben Cousins. It's all happening as per. How are we? Good weekend?
Good, mate. Yeah, it was a good weekend. Twins
Come out for the birthday.
Actually, the Twins will be 1 today, as everyone's listening to this.
Will be or are?
It's their birthday, Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Got you.
Their actual
as
birthday.
everyone's listening. Yeah, nice.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool, mate. It was a good day out there on Sunday.
Was
Few things in
fucking
the smoker.
hot.
Oh, yes, it was
Mate,
hot.
his joint, no draft. When there's no draft, I should say. Because it's nice when there's breeze at. But when there's no draft, it's hot.
Because it's got the fucking outdoor bit and the roof's nice and high. And it's got a fan in there and shit, concrete floor. Like, it's pretty good.
Perfect.
It's just middle of summer. There's not one bit of fucking wind.
It's a perfect draft system, though, when it gets going. But it just wasn't.
No.
And
There was no breeze.
And the fucking McFlies just... I can see why you've installed that thing on your door. Because those cunts are relentless.
Right.
The flies.
Imagine having
They are just
10
relentless,
lids,
man.
and you have 10 lids that just steam out the door.
We
Leave
didn't-
it open, and I'll be like 10 metres away going, ow! Just watch 5 of the cunts get in. Take me 6 hours to kill them.
We didn't even have any food out, and they're just around you.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you pull anything out that's food, they're just fucking...
Nothing
Shout out.
actually frustrates me fucking more than one little cunt just you fucking smack him off and he still comes
And
back.
then this cunt's got this fucking salt gun thing.
Bugger
It's just-
salt.
shooting
It's
him,
like a shotty
Yeah.
with salt in it, and he just pounds salt everywhere.
just fucking picking him off.
Yeah, it's prime. Mrs. isn't a fan of it inside for good reason.
Because
But
it puts salt.
But
yeah.
at the bar, when you're pounding tins with the boys, just ploughing flies.
Yeah,
and,
and
you
just
just,
fuck
blow
off,
the cunts
boss.
off.
It got to end of the day, and everyone had gone, and I didn't have any. I missed out on all the smoked shit. Don't know what I was doing. I must have been watching the footy. Didn't have any food. Only had a couple of beers, and then Beck finds this platter that's been untouched with like salami and fucking cabana and cheese and heaps of shit.
Just
2
pleases
dips,
a
and I'm
man,
like,
doesn't it?
yes. Brings it out. There's a fly sitting on a bit of cheese. Tom just gets his gun, goes boom, and it just fucking murders this fly.
Just penetrated into the
just
cheese.
pounded
Yeah,
into
just
the cheese.
fly all over the cheese. no one was impressed except him.
Yeah.
I'd
would've fucking loved it.
I'd already eaten.
That's so good.
But no, it was
anyway.
good. The old smoker. I like doing those sort of days where, you know, there's something about like briskets and shit like that and the long form stuff. But I'm really about that 4 to 5 hours sort of shit. Prep it the night before. The jalapeno poppers, the pork belly burn ends. 4 hours max for the pork belly. Everything else is quicker. A few snags, just quick, short, sharp, fucking easy
Just
food.
meat.
Game day.
Yeah, meat,
Game day,
beers,
yeah.
and footy can just
Yeah.
please a man, can't it?
Yeah,
Sure can,
yeah.
man. But no, it was cool to see. It was cool to see the Vegas thing. Like, you know,
Oh, that was a great
Yeah, yeah,
spectacle.
It was good. Before we get into that, I just got to ask is, have you seen, the BBB, Bloody Brilliant Beers, have you seen them cunts playing golf?
Oh, it hurts me.
Because, oh man, it is painful. Like,
Fucking painful.
I'm not saying a bad, word about them here, but I've brought it up before about playing golf and how, because I can hit them okay,
It's
When
because cup
I-
plays off 6.
when
So,
I
yeah.
watch people, when I watched that, I just go, bro, how the fuck are you having fun? Like,
Yeah,
I think so you're a very competitive person as well, though. Like in your own right, like you'll be competitive against yourself playing a game of golf.
that's pretty
Like,
much who I'm playing is myself.
Yeah, exactly. So as in where, like, if I go for a game of golf, I'm pumped if I get like a clean drive out of 1 out of 9. Or
Mate, you
something.
are still lengths better than them. Das actually
Yeah, I
would've
know,
seen
I
it.
know that. I watch the boys, but I'm saying like I don't think they give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you see that, Donny?
Yeah, oh,
Shout out to Donny. Sent
bro.
us a couple of fucking
We
week
get
edit
it.
sweaters,
Yeah, they were
which
prime.
I
I think it might have been
They were a
Donny's-
lot better than his fucking goal swing.
I think it might have been Donny's first game.
It's got
Had
to
to
be.
be.
Man. The poor bloke, the backswing, man. It was like he was putting. He's
At-
It was
At
literally
least,
the most shallow thing I've ever seen.
At least I'm pretty sure Das opens with come and have a round of golf with the worst golfers.
Yeah,
in
Yeah,
Brisbane.
they
yeah,
know
yeah.
it. They're not trying to be good.
It's
but,
the one
yeah.
hole on the vlog, and I'm going, fuck me, they've had about 40 shots between them.
See, I'll tell you what though, the more I watch Klutz get into his work, you know, he's a good bloke, but I go, can't plumb,
Can't plumb.
can't golf, can't even eat, like the eating challenge.
Yeah,
and I'm
you didn't win
like,
that
I
pizza
hope
challenge.
boxing isn't his claim to fucking glory.
It's
like
the one
he's-
thing.
Yeah, one thing he's good at.
That would be unfortunate.
You know, I'm starting to go, fuck, don't save your good thing for boxing, bro.
He must have been a good eater at one point.
Well, he's been consistent.
Yeah. Consistent
Gotta
one
give him
thing.
that. But no, the big fella's been over in Vegas doing fucking burger reviews
Having
and
fun,
booking in.
but
See, I heard that his company, BBB, sent him over there
Yeah.
to go to this elite training squad for a week.
Oh.
So I've seen the burger reviews. He's had one or two bites.
Yeah,
but I think
right.
he's spitting it out.
Yep.
And then
right.
he's at this elite training facility, just getting real prepped and primed.
Well, he might
Maybe he's
be.
done a hammy or something, and
You
you know,
reckon
the
it's
Yanks
all?
just know everything
You
about
reckon it's all a
hammies.
smoke show?
Yeah.
Him
Could
and
be.
Das working together.
Yeah.
Darcy pretty sure just come off the end of a Larry and had about 18 hours sleep. That was so he's getting his rest in.
True.
Yep.
Yeah, well, back to the golf thing. I just look at his swing and I go, I hope you can swing better in the ring, cunt. 'Cause you're fucked if you can't.
he might bring the golf club.
Yeah, he might.
He'll need it.
Who out of you two, one of yous did, I can't remember who said Vegas was sold out?
Me, fuck up. Don't know where I saw that. Was a long time ago. Maybe it was a bit of a pump up someone was trying to do, saying it's going to be sold out. I'll own it. I was very wrong.
We've got a new segment.
Jace's fuck up.
Jace's fake news.
Yeah.
That's great.
When I see, this is my thing here. I have no problem with just spitting shit that I think's right because I'm not a news corp. I'm not here to provide
you're
you
just yarning.
information.
You're
I'm
just
here to yarn
dribbling.
with my mates.
Yeah, you're
and
just dribbling.
I'm happy to be proved wrong. So
That's
yeah.
the best.
See, we can't
Sentence.
do Jace's fake news because if Jace prepares for it, he'll Google it and go, "Oh, no,
I was
that's not
wrong.
right."
Oh, I won't
so he
say
can't
that.
be like because he just
I would
plows
have been
it-
right.
He just plows it off the dome.
Oh, what? That's right. I'll take that out of my notes. What the fuck would I say that for?
Well, maybe it can just be a pop-up segment.
Can you just?
Yeah.
You should just make shit up. Just go right, Jace. What
just
do you
lie.
think would be cool in the news?
Just make what up.
What do you
what
think sound
up?
prime?
Yeah. What do you want to have happened?
Yeah, I'll start thinking of some things each week.
Beautiful.
The vlog's out, boys.
You did?
Yes.
Our first vlog, if you want to watch it, head to our YouTube channel. It's just called The Reggies. If you already have watched it, thanks heaps for, getting around it and giving us the feedback. I think it's important if you're thinking that you want to get involved with us when we do go down to the national sales in June and buy a horse, mate, jump on and have a watch because I think the next one we do, I've spoken with a few people, the next one's going to have heaps of more Reggie shit in it. This first one's got all the information in it that we're looking for and that, we're talking to the bloodstock agents and we're talking to the Pulse Racing Thoroughbreds heaps and all the info's in this first one. So, the next one's going to be heaps more fucking Reggie.
Use this as info and then
I'm
prep
pretty
yourself for a
sure.
Reggie
Pretty
view.
sure she's Origin the night before we come home. When
It
we
is,
go.
yeah. So it's inspection day, sale day, and the night of the last sale day's Origin.
So we'll be celebrating buying a fucking
the next
caviar. Whatever. Yeah, the next caviar, and then ploughing the fucking dad kisses into the earth.
Sounds like it's going to be a shit time.
Yeah.
I've got to stay and just provide power for Queensland. So,
Yeah.
hold the fort down for the boys. But
No, you don't. You could have come. Do you think they really need you out
Yeah,
there?
I like money. In
so
the
that's
middle of
what it is.
in the middle of a
That's what
shutdown,
it is.
6-day week. So I'd like a bit of coin.
But yeah, I reckon go check it out. Like you said, Gropes, if you want to suss it out properly, convince the missus that it's not just a G up.
Yeah.
And show her as well. Sit her down. Say, look,
Yeah.
Dale, the boys are serious.
They're beautiful animals. Let's
Yeah.
invest.
This
And,
isn't just a holiday.
And it's and it goes well too, the syndicates, when it's like all the boys in a group like this, like obviously and girls, and but doing it with alpha blokes and that, like just how everyone's so excited to be in an ownership group, and the way Pulse Racing Thoroughbreds do it, they're fucking right onto it with their trainers as well. There's a Facebook group that gets created, everyone gets added in there, and there's constant updates from Cameron. In there with videos, the trainers stuff. You're never getting left behind. They're fucking open with you about it. It's honestly a great experience. And, that video is just a great way to show you that everything in our power is getting done to make sure we get the best horse we can.
We get a fast one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And for those who don't really know much about the B1, B2 segment and you're listening to the Punt Show, that is where it all starts.
That's where it was
the
birthed.
first race. That was where it was birthed, exactly.
There's that'll be coming up Thursday, and there's a bit of a gap now in the B1
bit of girth
segment
between the two.
Bit
big
of girth
girths.
between them, yeah. Anyway, let's start with the league, boys. The NRL.
Yep.
We're not going to get caught right up in it because there's heaps and heaps there to cover. But let's just start with the first game, Manly and Rabbitohs. Great game, I reckon, to showcase what our game's about. In the US. You had high scoring. Latrell played well. Turbo was in everything. Heaps of tries and bulk claret early on. That and they would have just been going, wow. Like the people who actually did tune in on Fox Sports 1 over there and saw straight up just claret on two blokes. And then in the second half,
they're not even wearing helmets.
When it opened up and there was heaps of tries, would have
even
been
intercepts in that length of the field, you see in the pace of someone like Jason Saab.
Like I was saying on the Punch Show, man, that these two teams, like Seagulls and Rabbitohs, have been a solid one for punting on try scorers because they like scoring points.
We did say it was going to be a high score.
So I agree with you, man. What a good way to start off with plenty of action, plenty of tries. Like the rugby league purist likes a close game with good defence and that. But if you're opening it up to a new audience completely, I think having a lot going on, tries, conversions, it's
I think there was a lot of rulings and as well penalties and stuff that was going on that people would have been good to show them. They wouldn't have had any idea what the fuck was going on. What is that penalty? What is this for? It wasn't just straight as an arrow game.
I think
there was a lot of shit going on.
That's right. I think Brooksy did what he needed to do. Like you were saying before the show, Gropes, like that try sort of made it seem like he did more than probably he did.
He did nothing wrong, and then the try put a bit of mayo on top of his performance.
Yeah, to ice out the game as well.
He's not really in the team to be that superstar, though.
Mate, I think that's, like we sort of said, I still don't think he'll take out Dally M, but
he got the 3 votes, didn't you hear?
Did he?
No.
Probably. But,
he's in front.
But, mate, I just reckon good on him for fucking making the move. It was talked about for so long that he should leave Tigers, and it just seems like now he can play his game, let Cherry Evans do his thing, and just fucking...
There's no pressure on him to perform, pretty much. You've got a great team around you, do your job, support one of the best halves in the fucking comp.
There would have been a fair bit of pressure on him that game, man. After the whole off-season, all the shit of going far. He'd just be thinking, just play decent so I can put all that shit behind me. And I think he's done his job there to fucking keep
He
that
definitely
spot
did his job. I'm very impressed by Olakau'atu.
I
fucking reckon he had Kalamatangi's number that whole game, man. He dominated that edge. Defensively, attack, he was very solid.
I think the narrower field, I really noticed less fucking pushes for the corner,
at the start, but then it opened up at the end.
There was a couple, there was Johnson scored and that, but normally he's got fucking 3 chances diving in the corner, and they're targeting the wings more. Where I felt like the centers and second rowers were probably getting more chances to.
Do you know how much more it was narrowed by?
I think a few meters,
6
man.
meters, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'd be talking about
notice the difference if you're
I heard 6, and then I never looked it up. So whether it was 3, 4, 5,
and even that shorter in goal, I think stops it. We've pretty much wiped out grubbers mainly because of the restart thing. But if you shorten the in goal, it's going to pretty much kill them. That dribble through, because people are going, why would we unless it's on and the hooker does a little dribble or something like that,
or while she's trying.
Yeah, that's right. Or if a half's drifting out and he puts that little dribble through, but It's like it's one of those things as a coach now. You'd probably go, why wouldn't you tell them to put that high kick up? They contest for it on the line. If you drop it, it's a handover.
Yeah. You know what shocked me was, and probably jumping around here, but how the Roosters were up at the end of the game and they still, with a couple of minutes to go, and because of this new rule with the
Dropout.
no penalty when you fuck the short dropout out, they still went the short and got it back.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just like, teams are just going to, they just back their goal line defence in more than...
Well, that'll be
You'd
it
rather
every...
than be right there with 10 metres off
Why
the line
wouldn't
than
you
a
do
big
it?
deep
It was
set.
20 to 10 with 3 minutes to go. That's why. But they still did it.
Yeah,
So,
I suppose it's
Paid
just-
off for him too. Teddy was fucking good on
Yeah.
that.
I just think you just, if they're doing it every time, and like we said before, wingers are dumb as fuck normally. So you just, I've seen a couple of wingers do the under 6 thing where they fly in and then old mate grabs it and just runs and scores.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if they're going to
on
do
their edge,
that,
yeah.
surely they'll just have a bloke holding back.
Well, they've worked. Teams have obviously worked on it because 2 times
for
Billy
sure.
Walters got it back where he runs behind the play, waiting for the bat
The
back.
bat back,
and then
yeah.
the same thing happened with the Roosters.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But that'll honestly be like Union though. Like, you know how they just do it every time.
Yeah.
Like it'll just be like that for dropouts. Because I can't think of a situation where, well, like you said, Gropes, maybe if it's like that, you're winning and you just want to pound
well, that
it
was
down
the
there.
only time I thought they would, and they didn't. So.
Because they might be thinking, oh, well, we'll just defend 6 here or we'll get it back and fucking run with it.
One of them
Yeah.
that Kiri did went fucking 30 metres, and that's when
Yeah, is that
Teddy and
the
Ezra
middle?
just ran
Oh,
straight up
yeah,
at
that
it,
was a
and Ezra
massive
flattened.
collision.
Yeah.
Just back to the Rabbits at 20 to 12. I thought game over. Rabbits are
Same.
going to fucking run
That
away.
Johnston
with it here.
try, where
Yeah.
it's just slick ball movement, pass from the try. I went,
That was me. So I
they
had
are on, man.
going to the punt show here, but I had Saab and Johnson to score, Rabbits to win. I went, well, fucking, it's all
I
over.
turned to Pedro and said, I think Groper's bet's gotten up.
and then they just unanswered points.
Mate,
Just
every one
fucking
of
back to
mine
back.
fucking lost by a leg as well. It just sums up. But it's good that it showed us that we're around the fucking ballpark.
Well, we were. The Bronx, mate, they were so disappointing.
Very.
Yeah.
At numerous points in that game, it was fucking hard to watch. Like, I was getting so frustrated just watching. And I want to know, did the Roosters make them play that badly, or were they just shit?
Yeah.
Or was it a combination?
I don't know if this has come from a bias standpoint that it just looked like a clunky, slow game, errors.
Yeah, it was
'Cause
frustrating,
I
eh?
feel like in that first half, Roosters could have put fucking 30 on
Ah,
us.
easy.
Our goal line defense was good, but they had a couple sloppy errors. The boys, Broncos especially, just looked clunky. Renault didn't take control. The only bloke who I
Kicking
could say
game?
shocking.
Did
What
they
the
have
fuck
the-
was going on with
Every
his kicking
fucking
game?
bomb was 10 metres.
Yeah, midfield bomb.
Like, just
Yeah.
horrible.
What are you doing, Jeff?
So he
Shocking.
carried on from the grand final,
Yeah.
where
What,
he lost
um,
the game. But
Did the trials that the Bronx played, did they play any trials with all their boys in it?
The
Or
first
they-
one against the Cows was
Yeah.
pretty
That was-
well full
yeah.
strength, and
'Cause
Walshy lit the fucking game up.
You know, all you can sort of think is maybe it was just fucking a bit clunky early on.
no,
I don't know.
I've put it down to, so first tackle, Piakura, head knock off,
that was
HIA.
Yeah.
Carrigan went and played second row, and Locke's like one of your fucking key positions now.
He is.
It's your link man where,
Yeah, for sure.
you know what I mean? Isaiah Yeo does it for Penrith.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was moved out of there straight away. So
You had
I'm
Haas
putting it down
doing-
to just the
yeah.
structure was gone, and yeah.
You had Haas and Kobe doing most of the first receiver ball playing.
Mm.
And Haas isn't bad at it, don't get me wrong, but Paddy is so fucking pivotal.
Plus, I think-
in that direct line that he runs and then throws it out the back.
Plus, I think the Chooks had such an underwhelming start of the year. Like, they finished all right, didn't they, last year?
Well, remember last year they lost to the Dolphins round one.
But that's what
So-
I mean. I think last year the Chooks shit themselves early, even though they won a few games at the back. I think having that off season in my head now, I'm like, oh, Chooks are sort of.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
always
yeah,
start
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Always start shit. That's just what they're known for. Rah, rah, rah. Bronx on fire. Ready to go. I think
Yeah.
it was just in my head. I just had this thing of course, the Broncos are going to beat the Chooks.
I think a lot of people thought that,
And then
yeah.
Teddy, man, you fucking got to give it
was
to
good,
him.
eh?
I've been writing him off saying, right, there's 3 or 4 consistently better than Teddy now. The cunt comes out on the biggest stage.
That's what I thought. He was-
with 3 of the other best fullbacks in the comp, and he's probably
Yeah.
the fullback of the 2 games.
How's the fullback lineup they took over?
Probably
Turbo, Latrell, Teddy, Walsh.
the 4 best.
Like Ponga, you got Ponga as well. Who else? But yeah, mate, fucking...
And
you can't tell me they didn't do that accidentally, like as in
Yeah,
taking
of
the
course,
stars
yeah.
over.
But
yeah.
how's that for New South Wales, though? They got Turbo, Latrell, Teddy, Drinkwater, like all these
Edwards.
little ones.
The silly
Dylan
cunts
Edwards.
keep putting them out of position too.
Yeah, they've done it for years.
Put them in the
Anyway.
front row as well, you silly fuck.
Right. Quick one. What's the take on the monkey call? Stupid, obviously.
So
Oh,
dumb.
man, it's just like,
Dumb as fuck.
what are you doing, man? As if that in today's day and age is ever going to be play on. Like it's happened before in sport and
Adam Goods.
was never taken as a joke. It's just like fucking pull your head in, Spencer.
The Adam Goods thing, if that happens now and like that blew up, that was massive.
Yeah,
and he
it's
retired because of it and all that. And he was getting booed pretty much at every ground that he went to. Adam Goods was. I still don't know whether my opinion's saying it was racism or if it was like because he was, I don't know, because he was not a good opposition player and you wanted to get in his head and boo him and stuff. But
Yeah.
no one was doing it to anyone else. So
Well, I think after the Roy thing and the
Andrew
Goodsy
Simons in 08,
like
yeah,
those
yeah.
couple of things that have happened in sport and seen the blow up from it, you should know that that's probably not a great thing to call him.
Yeah,
mate,
so-
Like, whether you would being racist or not, it's just like look how the other two went. Like,
It's
Especially with the same
2024.
word.
2024, there's no way you don't fucking understand that is not on. Ezra is a kid as well. He's same age as me. So, like, I get, like, the reaction he had and the reaction from the boys. That is just no place for it in this game. And Spencer's, response after the game, the press conference, shocking.
yeah, he should
And
have.
then his cousin gets on social media, sharing shit, taking the piss out of it. It just goes, if he come out after it and just said, he's apologetic, what I said was so dumb, taken out of context,
Yeah,
I didn't mean it like that.
That's
But
what he should have said.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I
He's-
don't think he did mean it like that at all.
Yeah, but
he
just
just
Spencer has his response to it is what has gone.
Yeah,
exactly.
That is so fucking
It's
dumb.
the
What have you
not
actually
just
meant by that?
when you fuck up, you just own it, man. Like he could have just went, look, heat of the moment. Honestly, it wasn't anything. If it wasn't anything to do with race. It was just fucking trying to get under the skin. But Spencer, there's so many names you can call a bloke that has nothing to do with that
especially
shit.
because that you brought up the Andrew Simons Harbhajan Singh thing. That was the same word.
Yeah,
It was
that's
the
right.
same word, monkey. Harbhajan Singh called Simons that.
Yep.
And like Simons, before he passed, he went on a heap of podcasts and said that moment there sort of derailed his career a bit. He played for another year or two after that, but the fact that Cricket Australia never backed him.
Yeah.
What happened is they did a hearing and like Haydos and a couple other blokes went in, gave their evidence, all that, and they tried to suspend Harbhajan Singh for 2 games, which was the remainder of the test series.
Yeah.
And the Indian Cricket Board said, we're fucking going. We're not playing the last 2 tests. We're going. We're boycotting the tour if you suspend him for that.
So they didn't
So
suspend
Australia
him.
just backed down.
And it's Cricket Australia
that's-
just backed down.
That's fucked.
And, well, the amount of money they would have lost,
Yeah.
like, still not right. They should have backed their player, but
100%.
that's where Simon sort of lost that connection with
Yeah,
Cricket
yeah.
Australia because he went, they didn't back me.
Yeah.
I
He
think
was
it's
really
the
disappointed.
difference this time around because that was over like
08?
16 years ago.
Yeah.
So now I think you'll find the NRL, Broncos, Kevy, all the players, everyone, past players have come out and fully
which
backed Ezra.
Doesn't vote well for Spencer.
Not at all.
Because everyone's going to be behind.
He's not helping
look,
himself
but
either,
anyway.
though.
He'll
But
get the book thrown at him, and it just needs to be an example where people go, "Oi, I'm all about sledging, man, and about fucking getting under each other's skin. I'm shocking for it. Like when you're up and about and aggressive and putting shots on and
Adrenaline
getting
and
belted,
shit.
you're fucking up everyone. But it's just like I said,
There's a line you cross.
there's so many things you can call a bloke that has nothing to do with the skin color.
Yeah.
Even though that, like Spencer has dark skin as well, they're obviously different races.
Yeah.
Just that word has. It's not the first time that it's fucking come into sporting grounds and
That
caused
exact
a total
word,
that
yeah.
exact word.
And this is a perfect chance for NRL to set a precedent and just put their foot down so no other cunt has to second guess or even the brain snap that Spencer's had and going, I see nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong with it. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
So that doesn't happen again. People have it drilled into their brain. There's just no fucking place for it in sport at all.
The Fox, bit grubby to interview him straight after the game. Like, I know that's their job and shit, but like they've gone straight up to him and asked him about it.
Yeah.
If I was the Chooks manager or whoever, I would have just grabbed the cunt and said, "Do not say a fucking word."
Yeah.
But at the same time, if Spencer was so adamant.
Yeah,
that
I know,
it was
but
nothing
that's
meant,
why
he
you
would've-
grab him.
He would have said, I meant nothing by, it was taken out of context maybe. But that's why I think his fucking reaction to it goes, you meant what you said. You are just stupid.
Well, you reckon Uncle Nick and Robbo are going, fuck. Like, as in, I'm sure it'll
First
after his
debut
suspension
for the
and
club.
that. But yeah, it's his first game. Big player to take over Jared.
Another
It's like,
big thing is
well,
that-
at least he's going to be hated like Jared is. Like, as in,
Yeah, even more. Another big thing is that you're in Vegas promoting the game on an international scale.
Yeah.
And you tune in and that's what you see. It is a fucking terrible
Doesn't look good, eh?
Doesn't look good at all.
Anyway, we'll I think he should probably go to the judiciary.
Yeah, he's
like,
going to
as we
judiciary.
record this now. So hope maybe they'll have a decision by the time this comes out.
look, massive brain explosion, but he'll get what's coming to him, and I think people should learn from it.
Yeah, let them deal with it.
Yeah,
the NRL will
100%.
deal with it. Righto, AFL boys starts this Thursday.
Yes.
We will put tips and everything for the NRL later. Round 0 starts on
Big
Thursday
opening
night.
round.
The big OR.
OR.
Now, I was meant to send Quino a recording of this, but listen to this. The great Brian Taylor, BT, my favourite commentator, after obviously Bruce and
Comedy.
Cometti have retired. BT's funny as fuck.
Yes.
He went on the other day and he said the idea with this round 0 was while the NRL was in Vegas doing their thing and no other games were going to be played in the NRL, the AFL wanted to go to Sydney and Brisbane, which are predominantly NRL states, and while there was no NRL games, have a big AFL weekend. But they fucking put it on a week after the Vegas.
When it's
so they
NRL
tried
opening.
to slip in while Dad was away and tickle around Mum, and they fucked up the dates, didn't they? Hey, you
So I
fucked it
think
up.
that was the idea. Hasn't worked. I'm still obviously looking forward to it, but it just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't.
That the opening game is going to not be at the MCG.
And you're a big,
yeah,
a big
Richmond
tradition
Col-
guy too.
Yeah.
you're a big fucking. This is how it's always been.
Richmond,
guy.
Carlton
Yeah.
is round 1.
So you would be
Gee.
fucking off it.
Yeah. So speaking of that, just quickly back to the NRL. Did you hear what fucking Paul Kent said about having the
he's got heaps of good
having
stuff
the
to say.
GF moving the GF around?
No.
He just shat all over it.
Oh, did he?
He just said, "Nah, it's always been."
He
at
wants
Sydney.
fucking semi-finals and prelims to be played at Sydney
All
as
in
well.
Sydney, no home ground advantage.
Let's get 5,000 people down there to watch at a fucking 80,000 seater.
Where's that cunt from? New South Wales.
Yeah,
Oh, that
obviously.
makes sense. Fuck
Yeah.
off, idiot.
If
Yeah.
he was
Well, I agree
born
with
and
him
bred
for
in
the GF.
Brisbane,
I
Yeah.
don't know.
But
Like,
even then, I suppose, yeah.
only but like it's not if Queensland had shit stadiums at it, fair enough.
True,
Look at
yeah.
fucking Suncorp cunt.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
shits all over ANZ to watch footy.
Queensland is the heart of rugby league. Let's be
easily,
honest.
100%.
Fucking
Less
oath.
teams, people can say Sydney, but like I don't
Yeah.
give
Look
a
at
fuck.
State of Origin.
So
you
much more
cunts.
passionate.
Just
Yeah,
pounders.
don't even worry about results from Origin. Just numbers and
passionate about the game.
yeah.
And
Suncorp-
I just feel like why couldn't you do a thing like the Origin does to keep it sort of fair like that and go once every take turns in where it is. But I don't care if it stays there either. But I think that's pretty fucking rich of him blowing up.
About
just
the
'cause
semis and the prelims, I reckon that's just
a load
a bit
of
out of
shit.
line.
So dumb. Can you
What's
imagine?
the point of finishing fucking anywhere on the ladder?
100%.
Like,
if
as
every
in-
game
And then the fucking Roosters and Rabbitohs will benefit from it as always.
Like,
There you
it's
go.
different because they might be saying the same thing about Magic Round and shit, right? I've got to remember, like, what else could people say? They'd be like, oh, well, what about Magic Round? It's always at Brisbane. But name a place that could do what Brisbane does at
Yeah,
Magic
some
Round.
people wanna say,
where they block a
like,
whole
New
street
Zealand.
off and it's all right
Caxton
there.
and Suncorp is perfect for that.
That's got to be that concept has got to be one of the best things. Like now that it's happened a few times,
Yeah.
that's whoever sort of put the idea out would just be getting tickled.
Mate,
Oh, yeah,
that
probably
is-
the Landys.
it's so fucking good. I'm
Like that,
looking
it's
forward-
worked. It's just fully worked.
Mate, I'm looking forward to it. Like for myself, the next couple of years, I want to try and make an effort to go. I think we definitely try and fucking
Yeah,
go.
we talked
100%.
about doing it like this year. Like, when you come back last year, we were like, we're going.
Yeah, we're so fucking jealous.
We've got fucking 47 trips.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, those sort of things, though, it's just such a good opportunity to see every team. And, like, when the kids grow up and they're starting to maybe watch footy if they do,
go and watch
get to go see all their favourite players. Like, I'm not a big one to go shake hands, fucking Katoni, or stuff like that. But, I mean, the young fellas just love that sort of shit. So, to be able to take your kid or something like that to that sort of thing is fucking awesome.
I could probably get Katoni to get a video done up if you want.
Oh yeah. Good. Another
Happy
one.
birthday.
That'd be nice.
For the young fellas.
Oh, yeah.
Back to the AFL. We got a bit sidetracked there. But
Straight back to rugby.
did you, I don't know if you saw it, Tommy or Jace, but Jimmy Webster's hit
on
Jai
Jai
Simpkin was one of the biggest we've seen in years.
Oh,
man.
is it?
Massive. Like,
Grubby.
yeah, hugely grubby.
So
it was
grubby.
like 80s, 90s fucking left the ground, hip and shoulder.
Is this just side on, blind side?
Yeah,
fucking?
pretty
kicked
much.
it. He's
It
kicked the
was-
ball and he's come in, jumped, and just pretty well fucking shoulder straight to the head.
Yeah. And
In
he-
a preseason game.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What are you doing that for? He's going to get at least 12 fucking weeks,
I
I
reckon he'll get like
That
3
is
months.
huge.
True. So just steamed in and just pounded.
He flew in. Simpkin was on the boundary line, so he's kicked the ball with his left foot. I think it was his left foot.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Webster, it's not the fact that he's come in hip and shoulder. He's jumped like in the
Gone
air
for the head.
and literally elbowed him in the fucking head.
Brain
man.
snap.
Like,
Man,
What
it
the
is.
fuck? What was he
the
thinking?
collisions in that like in AFL, they're fucking pretty wild, eh?
Because it's a
like,
360 sport.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, old mate just getting the ball and just steaming and just some cunt just flying.
Oh,
in
yeah.
from
I've been on the back
90
end of it a
degrees.
few fucking times as well.
She's
and it's
pretty-
not
she's
nice.
pretty
his first
cruel.
game of Reggies.
Yes, I got folded by some little bald cunt.
I remember this. I remember the first game. I played a game of schoolboys and didn't know the rules and shit.
Yeah,
and we
just
went
chucking
with
it
state.
under the arm.
Nah, bro, there was this little dark fellow who was quick as man, stepping everyone. I picked him up by the legs and just spit, like as in drilled him onto his back. Boom! Like it would have been.
Did he have the ball?
Yeah, it would have been before the lift and shit come in footy. So she was playing on both legs, fucking up, boom, and everyone's
was a
going,
free
"You tripped
kick."
me, cunt! You're tripping, cunt!" And I'm like, "What?" And then she's. And I didn't know that you couldn't tackle around the
can't
legs.
just
then.
grab their legs,
So I
yeah.
just picked him up and just fucking drove
Oh, it
him.
was under the knees.
Oh, like just around the thighs. I picked him up and
Well,
just
you can
fucking
do that.
drilled
You
him.
just can't rugby tackle. It's literally called a rugby tackle.
Yeah.
Well, whatever it was, apparently I was a cunt. And I'm like, look, guys.
Probably late and drip with this spear tackle wouldn't have helped either.
Yeah.
But you can just tell that was like when I started playing AFL and half of our team was rugby league boys going over to try it. And the tackling technique in AFL is wrap that fucking ball up. You want to get a hold and ball
Mate,
call.
especially back then where footy now has become very wrap the ball up.
Yeah.
That's your first point of contact. Back then, I was just raised.
You could probably
legs.
shoulder charge
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
legs,
yeah,
legs.
yeah.
Like, and I'd still reckon juniors that's the go early on. But
Yeah.
so it was just the total opposite tackle technique
Yeah.
back then.
You were even more raised defence and legs because of your dad.
Yeah, that's right.
Pretty much,
Rocket
you could
style.
be the greatest attacking player of all time. If you miss one tackle, you fucking shit. If you ask Rod.
It was
Just
always good.
Frost defence.
Well, it was just always good at like when there was like a player touted the next big thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Dad'd
yeah.
always be great at picking out what he was shit at.
And it was usually something in defence. Yeah. Clayton Oliver has been named to play in round 1 for the D's.
Wow.
Had one of the loudest off seasons.
Is
in
this well
recent
made at
memory.
the races
You
that you
saw
were
him
doing?
at Caulfield,
saw him
didn't
at
you?
the Cox Plate. Yep. At Moonee Valley. So
Moonee.
little timeline. I'll try and move quick. 12th
Kuno, can you please grab some beer, bro? I'm fucking thirsty.
Legend. 12th of October, 2023, the old Bucking rumour mill starts.
Ooh.
And we're talking proper rumour mill. Shout out to Luke Smith, by the way. I've asked him to do a bit of recon here. He's from down in Mexico.
Fuck, he gets into his work, doesn't he?
Yeah. Last night,
Cricks
text
AFL.
him. I said, hey, mate, you do us a favour. And he replied, goes, yeah, what do you need? And I said, can you give me a recap, please, on Clayton Oliver's off-season? And he goes, righto.
What a good cunt.
6 minutes.
Legend.
But I was going to play it, but it's a 6 minute fucking voice recording.
6 minutes?
I feel a bit bad that we're not playing it, but I'll have to paraphrase a little
Give
bit.
him his props.
So the rumour mill starts, and we're talking rumour mill of text messages getting around and then screenshots of that text message sent on and on and on. Reports were... Not reports, sorry.
So this is alleged?
No, it is sort of.
Just say allegedly. You're covered for everything.
Allegedly. But when the rumour mill started, it was text messages that he was on a 4-day bender after the Melbourne Demons' best and fairest night last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a...
And he checked himself into Footscray Hospital after apparently wanting to kick the bucket after blowing everything he had. Right? Wow. So it took about 3 days for the media to get a hold of this, which, how? How is there texts floating around and the media hasn't got a hold of it for 3 days? So anyway, it's come out. Melbourne got on the front foot and said, it's because of his ADHD medication. He's been training really hard. He sort of fell over and had a bit of a collapse, had a moment, so went to hospital. No. He was with Joel Smith the night of, checking himself in. And Joel Smith plays for the Demons, and
not anymore.
After the round 23 game last year, tested positive for cocaine. So
because then he was playing on it.
After the round 23 game, so he was on it. I don't know, actually.
What a naughty
game.
Don't know if it was on the Monday or what, you know what I mean? Like, they might have played.
Yeah, so he might have been on the weekend.
Like, after the game.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Rascal.
Well, they had the bye between the finals, so.
So I then saw him at the Cox Plate, Clayton Oliver. So I knew a little bit about this already. And he almost got captain of the week that week.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Right.
Crawling out of hospital to Moonee Valley. Anyway, he's had his driver's license revoked, which apparently he didn't know about. So he got pulled over. Now he's got to go to court and all this. Got sent home from pre-season camp. Got, banned, say don't come back. You need to get yourself right. He's been living with Max Gawn, Christian Petrarca, all the club leaders to try and get him right. I only just found out this today. In the AFL, if you say you need to take mental health leave, I need to take leave for mental health, they cannot drug test you. It's illegal for them to drug test you.
Really?
Yep. So
should have been
massive
AFL players,
loophole.
boys.
Massive loophole.
Is that so? That's not a work thing, though. Like, I
can't do that
imagine
in
that
RG,
across the
can I?
industry.
Oh.
There'd be a spike in mental health.
Yeah.
Nah, mate.
Wow.
Nah. Oh, you want to test me? Nah.
Nah, I'm feeling sad.
So, hopefully people don't take the piss out of that in the AFL, but I feel like they already have.
I feel like Clayton definitely has with that.
Well, look, if I was playing in the AFL and I got a bit naughty on the weekend and they said, piss in a cup, I reckon I'd have a bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
And I actually would have anxiety,
You don't need to know what it's from. It's because I have to piss in this cup and I'm hot. But I'm fucking peaking, mate.
Yeah. That's a fucking loophole.
Oh, 100%. So
that must be an ex-player that made that rule.
Yeah, Ben Cousins.
Yeah. It's got to be.
Nice. So, like, we don't really, not that I sit there and watch Fox Sports News flat out, but I don't know. I knew parts of that, but it's not like it gets jammed down your throat up here.
No, it doesn't.
So it's good to have Lukey down there, little Victorian correspondent. And
we've got him everywhere.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I won't. His job, he drives a lot, so he's got heaps of time to just press the fucking record button and send me voice recordings, which is great.
Nice.
Always pulls Jace up when he fucks up.
Yeah, he's probably the instigator of Jace's fake news.
Well, at least we got someone keeping you accountable, mate.
Yeah, otherwise I'd think I know everything.
Yeah. So, look, I'm keen to see him play because...
Well, he could fucking just come out.
Smithy's told me. He said he's 10th favourite still for the Brownlow.
Yeah.
And he reckons he could be a smoky because what if he just comes out trying to prove a point? I'm going, if all that's true, fucking no way. Yeah. Because as soon as it gets hard, I reckon he'll just go, nah. You know what I mean?
I honestly think it'll go one or two ways. It'll be Demons and their culture will have just dropped this year and they'll be barely making the 8 or missing, or they'll just have a fucking ripper of a year like they can, and Clayton Oliver will kill it.
The thing is, he was on the trade table, like, because you have the trade period at the end of every AFL season.
Yeah, right.
And he's signed with the D's till 2030. He signed a massive deal.
Big long term.
He's a 4-time best and fairest, and he's only 26.
Jesus. So he's fucking
massive
deadly.
player.
Always sniffing for Brownlow
Massive
too,
player. Yeah, so
You have to, I suppose, thinking about it, you have to be that good to do that and still be even considered in a team.
I reckon
Not just
Normally,
fuck
if
off,
it's someone who's okay and they're fucking carrying on like that, they're like, fuck.
Yeah, if you're
see ya.
sniffing
right,
around the
that's right,
reserves,
that's
they just
right.
go, we don't want you at the
Yeah,
club.
get
that's right.
fucked.
Yeah, but because you're that gun, you can get away with heaps more shit.
So
Yeah,
is,
you can
is
say
he
mental
just
health.
Benny 2.0?
Oh.
Like, is he?
Fuck.
Is that a
We'll have to
know.
see. We'll see in
We'll
the
have
next
to
couple
see.
of years.
But I can't believe they're playing him, like, because they sent him home from preseason. Like, you can't go in underdone in an
Not
AFL
at
season.
all.
Oh,
You
you have
need
to
to
be
be
too
fucking
fit.
peak fitness.
But hey, I hope he proves me wrong. Are they going to boo him? Are they going to cheer? Like, I know the D's will, but other team, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm
Very
fucking
interesting.
keen as. So, should we? Oh, also those trial games on the weekend were fucking way better.
Yeah, it
Like-
was a bit more actual preseason, not
Yeah.
just the simulation.
As Jimmy Webster showed us.
Yeah, that's right.
There was
going
no
out
more
shoulder
match
button
simulation.
heads.
It was fucking on.
Just quickly, this is 10 minutes ago from the ABC. You got 7 weeks.
7.
7
Did he?
weeks. AFL fought for 8. His council got him down to 7.
Oh, well, good
Right.
lawyer.
Yeah.
At least, I think the minimum should have been 6, so 7, fair enough.
Oh, well, he didn't get 3 months, but what an idiot.
So dumb.
Last game of preseason, now you're going to miss 2 months of footy.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that's a good length of time to be like, oi, if you do this, you're fucking missing a lot of footy.
Yeah.
Like 7 games is a big
It's 2
big
months
time
almost.
period,
If they
man.
have a buy in there too,
But
like
it goes to show, don't do that shit.
I don't think I've seen a brain snap that like defensively since
the fucking 90s.
How's Quino just on the ball?
Yeah,
over
what
there?
a fucking
It's
legend.
because yeah. We were talking about
fuck
the
yeah,
D's. He
Quino.
got
Yeah.
excited.
Love sport.
Was it Angus Brayshaw? Someone from West Coast punched him, remember a while ago?
Andrew Gaff.
Gaff, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that is like the last time I saw a brain snap of that
Yeah.
fucking caliber. That was obviously
Knocked the
way
cunt out,
worse.
just
Knocked
broke his
fucking
jaw.
teeth out, broke his jaw.
Yeah.
Obviously a lot worse, but it could have been that bad for Simpkin, who's probably
And
North
Gaff-
Melbourne's best player too.
Gaff was like never been in trouble with the judiciary or
Yeah.
anything like that, and he done that. He was
Didn't he miss
distraught.
out in the grand final?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was huge.
Righto. So let's do the ladder, eh?
Righto.
The
Yes.
AFL ladder. You all know about the tipping comp too. It's both. We've got AFL and NRL in there.
Fuck, I've changed this up 100 times. Sorry,
I am
boys.
that
I just-
keen for this AFL season to start and the rest of the NRL round to finish so that I can be done with this fucking ESPN tipping app because it is a nightmare.
Oh.
I get
Needs to get
3 or 4 every day. Hey, mate, what's the password?
I see
Hey,
it every
mate,
time.
What's the group called? And then it won't work, so I have to personally invite them by getting their email. And I've done it for every fucking
He
one
doesn't
of
fucking
his.
stop this
So-
bloke, yeah.
It doesn't stop.
Heat
Guess who?
is the
G-
password.
G1
Yeah, but-
does not stop.
But
guys.
it doesn't, like, the app's fucked because people will do it and it
Can't.
won't work.
The app is fucked. I got
Yeah.
an invite
Yeah.
today from one of the boys in Calliope, H and Camo, and the boys are doing a comp out there just with their friends group. Said, here, this is the name of the thing, here's the password. Went there, put the password in, didn't work. I just fucking got out of it and went, oh, well, I'll check in a few hours. Like, what the fuck, man?
It's fucking frustrating. But
But
anyway,
there's no other generic big.
Well, to do
Yeah.
both, like sports, there's
Both
no
in the
one
one,
else.
yeah.
You can do
Normally,
like
you can-
NRL tipping and AFL tipping.
Yeah, but
but
you can
we
do
want
an
that
analog.
one. Yeah, we want that one comp.
Like, that's a digital one. You'd have to go analog back and hey, mate, can I get your tips? And it's like
Yeah.
writing you down. You know, remember that? Yeah. You just had it on the fridge.
The semi-analog.
that's prime. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't get me tips in.
We
or
should
something.
do an analog
Fuck.
board in here. for
That'd
the
be
tipping.
good, eh?
We got her.
I'll give you one guess. This tipped me, almost tipped me, I should say, over the edge. I did it with a smile in the end. 2 hours before kickoff, who do you reckon personally texted me and asked me for the details and how he gets in?
Barbs.
Yep.
Did you wheel? Did you wheel, Polly?
I pulled it out, but
You had it fucking
it back.
clenching your
I
fist.
said, mate, come on. Nah, then I just said, I can't wait for to be done with this. And I sent him the stuff. And then I said, what's your email? And he goes, yeah, no, I'll try all that. And I was sitting on the shitter. And I went, what's your fucking email? Because I was there ready to type his email in and hit send invite.
Oh, yeah.
And it worked for him straight away.
Oh, that's
so, yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but it's done. So I'm going to go same sort of shit. I'm going to go top 4, bottom 4.
Yep. Me too.
Yeah, same.
Now, I have changed it up myself quite a bit. But I've got Carlton. Now, this was so hard for me to put the Lions I've put in the top 4, and I'm doing it after pretty much speaking to Jay. So I think they're going to drop off a bit, but maybe they'll get in there for 4th. GWS is me smoky to make the top 4. And I've got the Demons in there because I just don't want to write them off yet.
You can't. Especially last few years, they've always been sniffing around the top.
I know. And then the bottom 4, now this is a super interesting one as well. I didn't know whether to put Port in or what's going to happen with them because they're fucking serial chokers.
I don't know whether to Port or Adelaide.
So I've got them both.
Have you?
I've got Port, Adelaide. For some stupid reason, I've got Freo and Sydney.
Wow,
I
no
reckon
Cats.
Sydney will just sneak it. Nah, fuck the Cats.
You said yourself the other week that, they'll find
They
a
always
fucking way.
do it, I know,
They
and I'll
always
probably
do
be
it.
proven wrong, but hopefully not. So, Carlton, Lions, GWS, and the Demons to make the top 4.
I think your top 4 is fucking solid.
And I've just realised I don't have Collingwood.
Oh, you don't?
That's
What?
probably stupid.
Yeah, they're fucking
Even I
defending
know that's
premiers.
Nah, fuck them. The
Was
Cats. Well, the Cats didn't make the 8 last year
Yeah.
after winning the comp.
Okay, mate. Yeah, you stick with that.
So
Is this a brain snap or have you no?
I've
This is-
genuinely
this is
forgot.
pure
Yeah.
stubbornness.
I've genuinely forgot, but I'm not.
Here's your chance,
I'm
Carl.
sticking
Do you
with
want
it.
to change
Or
it?
it
No,
could
fuck
be
no.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
It could be a fucking sign from the universe. The AFL gods telling you just leave them out.
Nah,
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
not-
Fuck Collingwood. I don't even care if you don't have them.
Yeah,
You
fuck
cunts.
'em.
Yeah, so then Freo, definitely should be Collingwood there, but Freo, Adelaide, Sydney, and Port.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Like I was saying off air, I think it's 10 teams that can make the 8.
Yeah, I honestly think it's a lot easier for me to pick my 8 in AFL than it was rugby league this year.
Well, I see you say that, but then I haven't got Collingwood, I haven't got Essendon, I haven't got the Western Bulldogs.
Yeah, doggies is a big
but
one.
they're
That's
the 3. Surely they're the only 3 that can jump in.
Geelong.
Nah.
I said to myself, wouldn't be surprised if they didn't make it, but I think they'll be like an 8th, 7th.
Yeah, they.
What do you got,
fucking
Jace?
do it all the time.
All right, my top 4 is, I think a lot of people have these besides Gropars. Collingwood, Lions, and Carlton. They're Collingwood and Lions coming off the premiership last year, grand final. They will stick around the top. Carlton will only improve. This is probably their best chance to win a flag yet. And then in the top 4 as well, I've got Sydney. I just got a fucking feeling with Sydney that they're just going to go on a really...
They're another side that always is sniffing.
Because I think they came like 7th last year, but they're always sniffing. They made a
young.
grand final. They're so young. I feel like they're going to go on a fucking really decent run this season. Just win a bunch of games in a row. They'll be up that top. And then the bottom top 4, I've gone Cats.
the bottom top 4.
Yeah, like the 4 to 8.
The bottom top
5
8.
to 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Bottom top 4. Yeah, you're right.
Bottom
Fuck
4
that.
out of the top 8.
Bottom 4, top 4, 8, 4. Gone Geelong.
10-4.
I think they'll be 7th or 8th. They'll sneak in. GWS, like I mentioned, they're always a fucking team that just makes it in. The D's. And the last one was fucking hard, like I mentioned before.
Freo?
I couldn't pick between Adelaide. No, Freo didn't even think of it once. Was Port or just Adelaide. And Crows were so fucking unlucky. They probably would have made the finals last year if it wasn't for the behind call against Swans.
Yeah, but with
And-
the Port thing for me, I'm like, they obviously went out in straight sets in the finals.
Yeah,
but
they came 3rd, didn't they?
Did they have a home final first? No, they didn't. They blew it. That's
Yeah.
right.
So
yeah.
Port were fucking great in like regular season last year. I think they're not going to be as good. They won't drop off entirely. So I'm going Port over the Crows. But Crows, Doggies, Bombers, they're always sniffing around. Fucking
So
Suns.
there's
I
only-
even think Gold Coast, man, Dimmer behind the wheel. Like I think they're going to be around that 10th, 11th place as well.
So there's only one out of ours that's super different in the 8.
Yeah.
The 4 and the 8 are a bit bottom 4, top 4 are a bit different. But the only real major one is Collingwood and Freo.
Yeah, I think there's no way Collingwood drop out. Their team is fucking. Like you say Geelong, but man, Selwood left. A lot of their players in the back end of their career, that was Geelong's probably last chance to win a premiership for a while.
Yeah.
Collingwood are just getting started, which fucking kills me to say, but they are just getting started.
Yeah, them Dacos cunts are just
They are going to fucking rip through the league.
Oh.
Right, I've got top 4 here, no particular order. We got Collingwood, Brisbane, and Carlton, and then one little fella who slipped in there.
Who's got the Crows in the top
It
4?
would be fucking rude if he didn't.
Yeah.
Crows gonna fucking steam in there.
Yeah.
And then the bottom half of the top 8. That's how you do it, bro. We got Swans, GWS, Geelong, and Demons.
Oh, that's nice. That's pretty solid.
That is probably, out of us two, he's probably gone the most solid. He knows fucking nothing about sport.
We've sort of
mate,
tried to go
Googled
the
it and changed
Smokies.
one.
Oh, well, fuck me. Look at how we went. Well, I know you two picked Manly, but I'm 0 from 2 for the NRL season.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, righto, sweet. Well, we'll make sure we save those so we don't forget.
And the games this weekend. So there's 4 of them, right?
There is 4 of them,
Yeah,
in Sydney and Brisbane.
So are they all on the weekend? Like all?
So Thursday,
Thursday,
Friday, and then 2 on Saturday.
Yeah.
Swans and D's first up Thursday night, the SCG.
What time's that?
That's on
6:30.
6:30, yeah. 6:30.
6:30?
Our time, I think.
Is it really? Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
But I think that's where Swans will fucking... They're even in the market. but I
Swans
think
and D's on Thursday.
See, that just kills me, man. Open and fucking
what a
game.
shit game. Lions play Carlton, which is at the Gabba, which will be that should be a belter.
Huge
because
game.
they are like top 4 contenders. Carlton have got a few out, and they're not real good at the Gabba.
Isn't Silvani an injury?
I did a bit of recon actually to one Red producer, and I said, "Why the fuck are Carlton so long in the odds?" And
What's you reckon?
Got a couple out, and they can't win at the Gabba. To which I need to respond actually and say, "Oh yeah, not even when you're 6 goals up in a prelim."
Yeah, that first quarter last year.
that you were at.
Yeah, that he jinxed.
But no, I haven't responded that. And then you got Suns playing Richmond. That's going to be another real shit.
I reckon they've purely fucking done that because Demmer has gone to Gold Coast.
Yeah.
There's
Good on
no
it,
other reason for that.
And then on Sunday, it's GWS and Collingwood.
Bro,
be a
I
good
fucking tipped Collingwood just because I just can't go against the reigning premiers. But don't even be surprised if GWS win this.
The tips aren't yet.
Nah, just a little, just quietly. But
Spoiler alert.
spoiler.
Jace is tipping GWS.
No, I said
Collingwood.
I'll tip Collingwood, but don't be fucking surprised if GWS.
We'll
get
just
up
give
here.
a quick...
Oh yeah, the old double. Just in case.
Yeah, just to back myself up. Yeah.
The old G1.
Fucking oath. Get into it. We just got to quickly wrap the cricket up. First test in New Zealand after just an outrageous performance from Cam Green.
Fucking
174 not out. Set us up after being sent into bat on a green top. I think New Zealand would have obviously been hoping to bowl them out early on that first day, and they probably would have if it wasn't for Green.
Fucking
and
good
then
on him.
To come out that next morning on 104 not out or whatever and put on another however many runs.
Hoff held his end as well.
Oh, how good was it? 380 odd they made on a green top, and you just go, and that's just set the game up.
Wish Hoff did that other game. But yeah, he did.
Against the Windies.
But it was very impressive. wasn't
Turning point for me, second ball, Marnus running out Williamson in the first innings. It's just a huge mix-up between the batsmen. They've crashed into
But
each
just
other.
the pressure of hitting the stumps against one of the best fucking batsmen.
Yeah.
Like, that is a huge...
At the moment, as we speak, probably the best in
Definitely
like
one
form
of.
wise.
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
That was just
A lot of
absolute turning
uncertainty
point.
with Marnus' spot at the moment in batting, but you can't fucking knock his fielding, man.
And his energy.
His energy in the field, he will stop one run if it means he's got to fucking die for it.
Yeah.
The way he sprints to the outfield, in one motion, throws it back. That, for example, getting that run out, like,
and when
he's so good in the
when he
field.
sits at short leg, when Gaz or Heady's bowling, normally when Head's bowling, because Head normally fields at short leg for Gary. So Heady will be bowling, Marnus gets to go under the helmet.
He's so G'd
and
up.
there was one point there, the batsman just left it. And he's, oh, Heady! Just so you could hear him through the stump.
His
mic,
enthusiasm.
so.
He was a bloke who would fucking die for the baggy green.
I just think that that has to happen for a long time for you to question Marnus' spot in the fucking team. Like, for me, it reminds me of, like, you know how, like, Hussey used to be just Mr. Cricket, like, just everything. It reminds me of a similar sort of dude like that who
That's
you
a
just
great
want
shout,
in your team.
Yeah.
Because they fucking froth cricket so much.
Yeah.
And you're just there, every fucking thing. He's always in the nets.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, I saw something about Paddy saying absolutely not. Like, his spot is not up for question. It's not from lack of trying. Like, the cunt's in the nets, fucking flat out. And I think it's one of those things you don't have to make those calls until, like at the moment,
one
like,
fucking test.
Like Green stood up, got other games where they are. Not everyone's in great form, but yeah, a bloke like Marnus who's done what he's done and he's fucking
100%.
After that second test against the West Indies, it was Green's got to go.
Yeah.
We've got to get rid of Green.
People are so, I think they're so quickly to, like, even for Smudge and Marnus, they both want to say, oh, they're out of form.
Yeah.
Is there, like, their chance, someone else to come in? You go, are you fucking remembering who we're talking about
Marnus
here?
has been out, you were saying before, he has been out of form for a long time.
Yeah.
But just to use Hussey again as a reference, Marnus is what, 29, I think? Hussey didn't
he's
play a
wearing that.
test match until he was 30.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like, yes, he's having a little slump, but once he hits that 30, he's going to just...
That's the
But,
point.
mate,
He'll
like,
find it again, and he'll go on a run for fucking 4 or 5 years.
But like you said, bro, that first talking point, that run out. In the field, energy, all fucking 5 days of it.
Yeah.
Just wearing the cunts down, fucking constantly trying. If he was a lazy fuck and didn't do anything and he was shit in the field and wasn't really up and about and a real team sort of bloke, sweet.
It's the same with Green. He was like running in, hitting the pitch hard when he was bowling. When he was out of form with the bat, takes fucking unbelievable catches out of the gully.
He was so good, man.
Like, how can you even talk about
And
dropping him?
Marnus, it's not like you said, Tom, he's not fucking just giving up. He has come out and said he's obviously trying so hard to improve his batting because he's come out and said he's working with bat technicians to get the right bat for him because something needs to change. And his reference was...
Well, it shouldn't be the bat, but...
Yeah, that's what people say shouldn't be the bat, but his reference was golfers don't use clubs that aren't fitted for them, so why should I use a bat that's not?
Nowadays.
Yeah, but it's like the bat he's been using, what did they just fuck that up?
Yeah, exactly.
He's been
But,
using the same bat.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shit, but like you can't knock that he's not fucking trying to improve.
Oh,
nah, man.
He's not going, I'm not going to
he'll be
change
right.
anything. He will fucking work his ass
Mate,
off.
him and Smithy, there's just not even a fuck off.
I
can't.
I had to
fucking
pat
deal with it.
myself on the back at work. We were watching at Smoko. We were watching the game while we were playing cards. Marnus come in. And I went. After he faced his first few balls, I went, this cunt, he's in that defensive mind again because he just keeps getting in that defensive mind. I said, he'll go back, he'll get squared up, he'll nick it to slips. And then 20 balls later, it did it. And Richie come over, he goes, oh, well, you called it. And his fucking back leg swung around, squared up, head swings around, caught it slip. I went,
Good call, but
me.
why couldn't you do that for a fucking Kiwi or something? Not one of our own.
Do you think it's just like that little bit of pressure of him trying to just stay out there,
Survive.
see the ball a bit more, leave a few more, play defensive? Because I remember watching that when he got out, and they were showing you how his action was, how defensive it was, about how he's not committing to. And this is me, like as if I can fucking play cricket, but I just mean. Yeah, I don't know if there's a bit of confidence out there with him where he's trying extra hard to not get out instead of just
I think you
playing
can
his
see
shot.
that with Smudge sometimes too. You come out and he's got 2 runs off 40 balls or something.
Yeah.
You're just trying to stay in. Whereas 4 or 5 years ago, the bloke would just play any fucking shot and make it work.
But
But
then
those
he goes-
two themselves need to find that skill and that form that they have. It's not lost. They will find it.
Is he still throwing the fucking ball, the bat around like a helicopter when he leaves it? Never!
Yeah, they still carry on. Glenn Phillips for them, GP, took turned the game back on its head. He took 5 for. He's a part-time fucking spinner.
Wow.
Took 5 for on day 3. Got we ended up getting bowled out for fuck all, 170 odd or something.
Which makes the
Yeah, it
first
wasn't
innings even
much.
more impressive.
Yeah, and all I was because he was on a hat trick at one point. It was
Yeah.
all fucking happening.
All
I'm
happening.
sitting there going, like, it looks good for them, but Gaz would have just been sitting there rubbing his hands together,
yeah.
going, if this fucking part-timer is getting that much rip and turn and bounce and the ball's doing heaps, and he took 6 for in the last innings. So it looked good for him. Yeah, we're back in it, but they were still chasing 370 runs.
Yeah. When you got Gaz sniffing around, mate.
And it was the same thing. Like, they were sort of playing their shots a bit, but as soon as you play defensive, you're always going to get one that just puffs and spits and bounce, catches a glove, you're out. And it was just 370 was too many. So looking forward to the second test, though, because everything just seemed to go wrong for the Kiwis.
Yeah.
So
No,
they're
it'll be
better
good.
than that. So.
I'm looking forward to hopefully getting a chance to watch a bit more. Like,
Hopefully
I've got
we
to
have-
watch a little bit and a lot of the KO stuff, but yeah.
Hopefully we have a fucking bit of a batsman's pitch, you know? I feel like lots of pitches these days are just always suiting the bowlers, whereas 20 years ago it was the opposite.
Yeah. It's probably
At
why
least
you
they-
barely see draws anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, that's thanks to England, mate. Because
Wild ball.
they
they
play
just
aggressive.
fucking changed cricket.
Yeah, they've changed the game.
Fuck England. I just wanted to say
Yeah,
that.
we
Like, I
actually
don't know.
don't go an episode without it, do we?
I just didn't know. Like, it's been like nearly half an hour or 40 minutes and we didn't spray them. So I
Yeah,
just thought
we
it'd slip
have
back. Or have you got something there?
Nah, the 5th test, I was just seeing when
Yeah,
that
they're
starts.
playing India soon again.
7th of March. So the 5th test, the series is over. It's 3-1 to India, but
Yeah, get that in you.
yeah.
Moral
Beautiful.
win.
So there you go. Little quick
Yeah,
one.
looking forward. Will Pukovski just quickly suffered his 11th
Oh,
concussion.
no.
11 concussions in his career on the weekend.
That's
so
fucking horrible.
What the fuck is going on?
What level's he at now? Like, what's he playing at?
Sheffield.
At the
Sheffield Shield. He's playing for Victoria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one level below.
He was kind of,
Yeah.
this was his last chance too.
Well, he
wasn't
made
it?
100 the other week, like 3 weeks ago. Made 100.
Man,
Last
he was
month.
meant to be Warner's replacement. He was the young gun coming through.
What's going on?
Is he
Why?
just-
I don't get it.
So obviously, surely bowlers are bouncing him because that's like it'd be in his head,
now.
like literally.
Is it a flawed technique just for concussion, like bounces or something?
Is he
Like,
just
oh,
is he
it's
just
un-
being too like instead of going I'm just going to dodge it or leave it, he's going no,
Trying
I
to
need to
play the
fucking
shot.
play the shot.
At the same time, you can cop one in the head and not be concussed.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like it's
But
just
now that he's had 11, like,
Yeah,
they're
that's-
just going to pull him off every time. Not pull him off, but take him off the field every time.
wouldn't mind that
Yeah, I
every
just
time I
get him
get
off
concussed.
ski.
feel sorry for
that's a
him
good one.
because he's fucking. Yeah,
It's-
especially
he's
because he
still
made
young,
100
man.
the other day. You
He's
know?
still young, and he fucking played one test for Australia.
Because he was touted
And
to
then-
be like the
Played
next
a few
thing,
more
wasn't
than
he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played in Sydney, got like 60 odd.
He's got to stop getting his dome rattled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
What's it
know.
like? Because
What
it
easier
must
said
be
than
that
done.
pull shot and hits you behind the temple or something, right? Because like hitting you on the brim, you wouldn't get concussed,
There'd
would
be
you?
enough protection,
I
surely.
don't know.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's something in his technique flawed. I don't know. I don't watch enough of Sheffield
Shit to
Shield
hear, though,
see,
isn't it?
But
Yeah, shit.
I've fucking been waiting to see him come back into the team because when people were talking about Warner's replacement, they're like, "Oh, let's get Marcus Harris and like Bancroft in form."
Do you know
yes,
why
but
I liked
Pukovski
him?
is meant to be the
Yeah.
fucking
Do
one.
you know what I liked him? Because his name was Will Pukovski or whatever the fuck it was.
You
And-
nailed that.
And he's got a mullet, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
with
nice
a
curly
mo, and he
mullet,
just
the
looks
mo.
like a non-private school little wanker.
yeah,
Which we're
looks
full
like.
of.
We don't know if he is or
Yeah,
not.
but you know,
Probably is, he's playing
stereotype,
cricket.
you're normally fucking 80% right.
yeah.
So,
Yep.
you know,
Just say what you want it to be.
that's right.
Jace.
So, and I know him pretty much.
Yeah.
And he's just a
Pukovski.
fucking, yeah,
Yeah.
I know Puskov.
On Pucko.
So,
Yeah, it sucks.
but I mean, you know, he's that bloke where you still want that character in there that isn't the private school goody two shoes, which we are
Cummins.
absolutely
Yeah, the
full
paddies.
of.
we have, yeah.
We need more gazzers.
Yeah. Josh Inglis made 136 not out for WA, which I reckon just heaps the pressure on the Carey at the moment.
That
There's
who-
a heap
a lot of
spot.
pressure.
That is who has got, I reckon.
Yeah.
But you could fucking say the
Warranted.
same argument for talking about Marnus's fielding. Carey has never made a mistake.
I
in
know.
wickets.
That's what I'm saying.
So-
He's the best gloveman,
100%.
but Australia will toss up, hey, do we want that dominant number 7 coming like a Gilchrist? Gilchrist changed the game, let's be honest. Do we want that and, take a bit off the glove work? Are we happy to balance that out, or do we want the elite gloveman and we're happy to take a bit less?
I think you look at our batting order, and if Travis Head finds form, you don't need.
Yeah, well, that
Carey
might be
can come out
another.
and get his 30.
That might be another reason though. They might be saying we're going to give the boys a run. Marnus isn't in form. Heady's trying to find form. Rah rah rah. They might be thinking, let's chuck an extra batsman in who can fucking keep as well. Just to have that.
Carey was ODIs. He was not Test. It was a while before he finally got that chance, and now Carey doesn't even play the ODIs and T20s. Josh Inglis does, so it's like it almost feels like a matter of time before
What's Carey's batting average in the Test?
Oh, I don't know.
He had a good innings against when I was at the West
that?
Indies game. We were fucked. We were getting rolled, and he came out and just teed off and set a decent platform going into the night.
That Gilchrist style of play too,
100%.
because we were in big trouble and he come and made better than a run of ball.
Yeah.
He made his runs in. So
I think that's like, do you reckon those sort of players, like they're not expected to make fucking hundreds. They're not expected to be the backbone
You
of
shouldn't
batting.
have to rely on a wicket
you
keeper.
You should be able to come out as in that position and play your shots instead of trying to last and shit, eh?
So he's averaging 30,
That is normal for a keeper, man.
I mean, if he can average 35, then
That's not too bad though.
nah,
Like that.
30 odd games. Yeah. He'll be right. I just thought I'd drop it in there, create a bit of
But
fucking
no,
spice.
I
I'm sure
agree.
the boys will listen, and now,
Yeah.
as in the Aussie cricket team.
Oh, for sure. All of them.
Andrew McDonald's
Probably
listening every
twice.
week,
But
man.
Bo Webster plays for Tasmania. He made 167 not out as well to get Tassie the victory. He becomes, what was it? I think there was
this
five or six of them where he scored 800 runs and taken 20 wickets in a Sheffield Shield season.
It was the best all-rounder season in Sheffield Shield history or something, I thought. Or something.
It could
Or
be.
one of.
Could be,
Yeah.
yeah. And the company he's in was fucking elite. Like, right up there with the, some of the best. So
fucking oath.
good on him.
That's impressive.
That's a big knock. Let's quickly do some fucking footing.
Bit of beefing.
Bit of biffing.
Bit of biffing, right?
Because we've got O'Malley versus Vera this weekend, and then we've obviously got huge no-limit cards.
Yeah.
Topped off with Timmy
Fucking-
Zoo at the end of the month.
Mate,
so.
there's heaps of biffing going on. So UFC 299 this weekend. The big knuckler is actually going to be at the event off the back of his whole thing in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
If he's alive. Don't know if he is or not. But let's check the card out a bit. This main card, if you can pick 5 out of 5, it is going to be that
Props
hard.
to you.
Like, it's that evenly matched, I think, which is prime. Like, makes you look forward to watching it.
Flip
so,
of a coin.
the main card to start off, you got Peter Yan, who was, like, fucking not long ago the top, and Aljamain Sterling beat him.
Yep.
There was that controversial fight. He's lost a couple now, and he's in 4th, and he's fighting Song Yadong.
Song
from-
Yadong. I remember
Wow.
this guy from a previous card.
Yeah, and so he's like sort of up and coming dude. So that should be a good one to kick off the main card. Gilbert, this next one, man. So Jack Della Maddalena, watched him fight in Perth. He's a fucking Aussie boy, kicking ass at the moment. He just beat Kevin Holland recently.
In Perth, he fought that 8-foot cunt.
Yeah,
didn't he?
and baby
snotted
giraffed him. Like he was fucking looked like he just got born.
Yeah.
So he's fighting Gilbert Burns. And
Gilbert.
And I had a look at the odds because I'm thinking, fuck, Jack will be a pretty heavy underdog here, which will suit the whole Aussie thing. He's opened up as a pretty heavy favourite against Gilbert Burns. And I've just gone, I don't know if I've overlooked something here or I think Burns is better than he is, but Gilbert Burns has fought the best cunts for a fair while.
Yeah.
And he's up the top of that division. So
Against Kamzat as well, that performance.
Like,
He's
I'm-
always sniffing around the top.
I'm rooting for Jack, of course, and I hope he
100%.
wins, but I just, the heart says Jack, but the head just says Gilbert. I'm just like, if Jack can beat him, he is fucking ready.
He's
for
right at the top. Yeah, 100%.
So that's the second one. Then you got Kevin Holland and Michael Venom Page. So Page was fighting in Bellator, and he's a really well-known, striker with all different kinds of shit on the feet. He's very similar to Kevin Holland, big, tall, rangy strikers. So that's a prime fight that's shaping up to be. And it'll tell where Venom Page is in the roster because Kevin
Yeah,
Holland's
at
a
a
very
UFC
skillful
level.
fighter.
So this is his first fight
In the UFC, yeah.
Yep.
But he's
Nice.
pretty well known in the MMA scene. He
Yeah.
fought Mike Perry in bare knuckle boxing. Like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
a
right.
bit of a
Now,
badass.
Someone who he doesn't
Now
have
loses
to.
that.
Oh, I can't. Right, mate. George Masvidal at the moment's got that game bred bare knuckle like MMA.
Insane,
That's
man.
even fucking wilder.
Did you see that fucking unit went to Stockton and was taking all those photos and shit to G Nate Diaz up and that?
Really?
Yeah, it went from Miami up to the West Coast
Stockton, California,
just to
motherfucker.
wind them up.
Wow. The next one, Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint Denis. I think I pronounced that right.
Benoit. We've been over this.
Yep.
Benoit.
He's a Frenchman, ex-SAS
Yeah.
dude, like badass motherfucker who's been in war-torn shit, in wars, like, and he's fighting like in the UFC. And we talked about it the other day, me and Larry, and we're going, that cunt would just walk in there and go, whatever. Like if he's used to killing blokes.
Oh, yeah, being
and
in an
a-
octagon.
Like just walking in
Wouldn't
there,
faze you.
a normal bloke would shit himself, but he's probably thinking,
Yeah.
fucking happy days.
Even
man.
the cardio and fitness side of things, he's probably done way harder.
Probably.
Shit, you know? Or put
I've
his
crawled
body-
through battlefields. I'll crawl in a cage, cunt.
He's fighting Dustin Poirier, and look, this the Frenchman has opened up as a heavy favourite here as well, and I'm going, fuck, I know he's good, but I mean, Poirier has just been, he's a dog, man, and I'm like, fuck, I don't know if like the head kick of Gaethje, who's also a weapon, has sort of tainted that, but I just reckon there's value all over here. I don't know which
Poirier
one
is one of
or
the
what,
best
but
boxers in the fucking UFC.
he's just well rounded, bro.
You watch, it'll be every favourite will win.
Probably.
Now that
then,
we've talked about it.
then Sugar Sean O'Malley to top it off against Chito Vera. This is the only one of the whole thing that for some reason I feel confident in. I just feel like O'Malley's just on this ride at the moment. He's seeing everything coming. He's unreal on the feet. And I think unless Cheeto lands one of those good shots, then I just think he wins by
So do you
knockout.
reckon he lost the first fight for obviously a few reasons, but when
Oh,
I
mate,
watched a bit of the replay of it,
Yeah.
and I reckon O'Malley gets off and like really enjoys the whole build up of everything and like having the massive crowd and everyone there, and that fight was in front of no cunt.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
it was
right.
that,
So-
but Cheeto just landed one of those kicks. Like he landed that leg kick at the back of his knee and it hit a nerve and shut his whole leg off, O'Malley. So then he was trying to do shit, rolling around on his ankle, rolled over on his ankle down, and
That's
then Cheeto,
right.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
Cheeto
yeah.
landed those couple of fucking ripper elbows
On
ref
the ground.
called-
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
ground.
yeah.
Ref
But the
called
reason
it
it
off.
went to the ground was because of that nerve on
Yeah,
the knee. Yeah.
but and there's this thing like O'Malley goes and carries on saying he's undefeated as a piss take sort of thing.
Does he?
Yeah, he says he's undefeated because he's like, that doesn't fucking count sort of thing. He's like, whatever. But the reality is he kicked him in the leg, which shut the nerve off.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying is I just think he's too good on the feet. Cheeto's well-rounded, but I just feel like, that's just me personally, I just feel like O'Malley lands that shot in 5 rounds once and shuts his lights
O'Malley
out.
runs this division for a while.
Hopefully he's had a few kicks to the leg since.
I just think
yeah,
that
bit of
I just think
resistance on it.
that O'Malley wins, and then it lines up a really interesting fight with Marab, who
Yeah,
it's
that'd be
two
so good.
total
That is the
different
storyline,
styles.
yeah.
It's just if fucking O'Malley can stay on the feet, he might win. If Marab can get him on the ground, he wins. Like,
I'll
it's just this-
struggle to not be in Marab's corner,
Yeah, it'll be
just because
hard.
he's such a little fucking.
So exciting.
yeah,
eh?
he's just a character, man.
You know that those two will fucking put on a show as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon Marab. I know he's not physically, but when you hear him talk and he's on his social media, he's like a bit of a Reggie, you know.
Yeah, he's
Whereas
funny.
O'Malley rocks up in a fucking no shirt and some big coat,
Big fur coat,
some big
glasses,
fucking glasses, on,
rainbow
I just go,
cornrows.
Man, I just think O'Malley's seen his time here. Like we were talking about the other day as well about there's so many well-known UFC fighters right now. They're about 35, 36. So it's like nearly the end of a full-on era. Like as in you got
Yeah.
so many well-known cunts that it's just a matter like Father Time, mate, is coming. And
This is that wave
I
of
feel
the young
like
blokes
yeah,
wiping out
O'Malley's
the
like the
champs.
leader of the new age of can't see.
Well, yeah, you got Ilya as well. He's in his late 20s.
Yeah.
Like there's blokes coming
So
through.
it's like, it's just weird though, because we've sort of, as I've invested into the UFC over the last few years, and I still don't know fuck all, but like getting to know a lot of names and really enjoyed watching fighters in the last few years, it's going to be weird for me going, holy fuck, they're retiring. Like, are they getting old?
yeah.
The boys are getting old.
Yep.
So are we, Tom.
Yeah, I know. I know. Well, we're
I'm
30.
still 20.
But like what I'm saying is with this card, so Song Your Dong's the underdog.
It just sounds
but
good,
It does.
It does.
Song
It does.
Your Dong. Sing for me, cock.
He said what I wanted to say.
Oh, the poor cunt.
Sing for me, cock
We're
is
just-
the underdog.
just
And then
painting.
Gilbert Burns somehow being the underdog. Michael Venom Page underdog. Dustin Poirier underdog. I just think if a couple of those don't come off, fucks me.
Yeah.
But great card.
I'm going to
fucking
go
pumped.
and back every favourite.
After that, yeah.
Oh, no, I'm looking forward to it. And then we were talking a bit about we'll get into it more next week, but we were talking about the no limit cards.
Yeah,
and-
just quickly, man. We got Goodman and Hardman fighting on the same night, March 13th. March 30, Liam Wilson in a huge fight, like a title eliminator, I think, to get another shot out of these two.
Is that in America?
Yeah.
Because he's over there now.
Yeah,
So.
and the day after is Timmy Zoo versus Keith Thurman.
That's right, yeah,
and,
yeah.
Zarafa's on that card as well. So, huge month.
Massive, eh?
Yep.
It's going to be prime.
And Ryan Garcia off his fucking lemon spread at the moment. Him and Oscar have
Yeah.
been sharing the bag or something.
It's a
'cause-
G up. It's a G
Yeah,
up,
and
boys.
It has to be some sort of thing throwing it off because there's so many weird little things and shit that you're like, dude, if you're in a proper fight camp against Devin Haney, you shouldn't even be fucking on social media. You'd think
He's
you'd be
posting
just
fucking videos of Devin Haney and Tank in that sparring
dude.
session when
Like-
they're like 16 and 20.
Yeah.
like Grover said. I don't know if it's like someone who's on his like controlling his Instagram doing that or something. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I
weird.
don't know what's going on there.
Fucking
But
weird.
I'll tell you what I was like. Oh, it's hard because you're allowed to go one way with this, but you're not allowed to fire back the other. So when they did the press conference and someone asked him about cocaine use and he straight up said, "No, I don't do it. I drink and I smoke weed." And Haney just went off and was just
Really?
like, how you can't stand up there and fucking say that there's kids watching, there's kids that look up to us. How can you stand up there and say that you drink and smoke weed? And I just felt like grabbing the cunt and just going, shut the fuck up. Of
It's
course you're allowed
fucking-
to fucking drink and
It's legal. there.
Indulge.
oh man,
California.
it was winding
It's
me
dead
up.
set.
Fair enough, you do whatever you want because your religion says that you can't.
Yeah,
but
sucked in, dickhead.
fucking fuck off.
Fuck
for
off,
trying to-
Haney is not ripping and tearing in Vegas after a
No,
fight.
he's not, man.
He's
He's
really-
He's Allah.
He's full Muslim, yeah.
Fucking,
I didn't even know
mate,
that.
after
Yeah.
the fight, nothing shits me more. Like, I don't care if someone's religious, do whatever, man. I don't give a fuck. But it shits me when they've put in like months of training camp, clean eating, physically getting themselves up to train, sparring, putting the work in, and then going, oh, thanks God.
Yeah, all this is
God did fuck all. You did all of it. You fucking got up and trained. You went out and fought him, dickhead.
Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah,
it just
yeah,
goes, shut
That was
up.
one of the best nanas I've heard.
You're right. First thing they
What?
say is, "Oh, everything's thanks to God." It's like, nah,
No.
it's thanks to you.
Yeah, soccer players will score a goal and they'll like lay down and like praise God for the goal, like it's thanks to them.
Like there
It's
might be
give
some
yourself
things
some
where
fucking
I could.
credit.
There might be some things where I could see people thinking, I'm like winning the lotto, or
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
something happens and you miss something and nearly die, and you go, oh, thanks, brother.
Yeah.
But not when you've put in months of training,
yeah.
dickhead.
Look, we don't like to get into religion too much, but it's not for
At
me
all.
because after our fight, I will be having a million fucking beers because I will have earned it.
Yeah, and this week just got announced yesterday. There's a vacant WBC World Featherweight title in the women's, and Australia's Sky Nicholson's going to be fighting for it against Mahfood, I think, in Vegas too. So
just realised
that
I was
is how you say it. I'm pretty sure it's Mahfood. So yeah, that's going to be prime. I'm pretty sure she's an Olympian. Like she went to the Olympics and that.
The
And
more fucking Aussies in the boxing stage, the better.
lives in London and she's gone professional. She's 9-0, and this is it. Vacant title, first crack at a world title.
Good on her. I think it's been getting said around heaps lately, but like Aussie boxing is in a great spot. There's so many world class fighters now, like that are pretty young too.
Yeah.
Sort of coming to the forefront and getting these opportunities to get on big cards and
even MMA,
it's pretty cool.
UFC,
Yeah,
we've fucking had Rob Whittaker, Volk, now Jack
Della Maddalena.
Yeah, you've got blokes coming through everywhere. Bam Bam, like
he's actually fighting very soon.
Yeah, he is. 15, 20 years ago, there was fucking no Aussies in the UFC, and now we're on a lot bigger stage.
Righto. Awesome. Let's put the footy tips in, eh? We'll start with the NRL.
Yep.
I'm going to go. Do we want
to me to go through
say the games? Yeah.
So we got Friday night. We got or Friday at 5. We got Warriors versus Sharks. What are you thinking?
I'm going to tip. It's in New Zealand.
Yeah.
It's at,
You've missed a game.
Yeah. The first game's at
You got
Knights.
Newey. The Raiders.
Yeah.
Righto, yep.
Just quickly, if you're 2 from 2 to start, fuck off. No, you aren't.
There'd definitely be Roosters supporters that tip.
Yeah,
the only
Roosters
people that would
Have
be
you not
Roosters
got the
supporters.
Knights one there?
I must have just screenshotted the one below it. So Thursday night, the only one I'm missing. So it's Knights and Raiders at McDonald Jones.
So I'm going to tip the Knights.
Yeah, I've done the same.
Yeah.
I've tried to tip this week how I've sort of predicted me ladder. Like, I don't want to tip against a team that I've put in the top 8.
I get what you mean.
So, like the Raiders.
You've gone, you're top 4, but I'm not going to tip you.
I've left the Raiders out of the top 8 and I've put the Knights in, so I'm tipping the Knights.
Yeah.
Purely based off that. Yeah, fair call. I'm tipping Knights because I think they're just better.
I just
Well-rounded
think
team
I
back
just think
last year.
Knights at the end of that fucking wave at McDonald Jones last year, the semi-final sort of stuff, the crowd and the feeling in Newcastle. I just think they carry that.
They will
caught the
fucking
itch.
surely sell this out. First game of the year for them.
KP,
And
McDonald Jones.
Yeah.
It's just, it's written there.
They're building something.
Yeah,
They're
so
just
get on the
slowly
Raiders,
building
everyone.
something down there.
Yeah, so I agree, boys, going that. So now on to Friday, 5 p.m, Warriors versus Sharks at fucking
Over
New
there.
Zealand,
Yeah, so I've tipped the Sharks.
Have you?
I'm tipping an upset here. I think they're going to come out strong. Hines missed the first 4 rounds last year at the start of the year, and I think that sort of just fucked around with their whole season. Tipping the Sharks.
All right, I've gone the Bros.
Only reason I've gone the Bros is because it's in New Zealand.
Yeah.
If it was at Shark Park, I would have went the Sharks. Like, those are 2 teams that I'm unsure of this year. I've put them both in the top 8, but I just, that where it's getting played is the only reason I went Warriors.
I just think Warriors better. I don't even know Sharks in my top 8, like I said last week. So, yeah.
That's a fucking big call. Sharks not in your 8.
I don't think I've got the Wars in mine, eh? I've left the Wars out.
A lot of people have let us know. They're saying, once again, boys, you've left the fucking Wars out.
Yeah, well, we'll
it's
see.
like, fucking there's about 16 teams.
Mate, me and the Bros
teams
are
that
at
can make
peace.
the 8.
Me and the Bros are at peace.
have made peace.
We've had a rough trot, me and the Bros.
They're sitting there going, we'll see, cunt.
We'll see. Well, boys,
Fuck you, Tom
time
Dahl.
will tell.
Yeah.
This weekend will tell. Is
Let's
me and
go.
the Bros. We got Storm and Panthers at 7:05 at Amy Park.
I've tipped Melbourne. I have,
This one is probably the fucking hardest one for me to tip because Melbourne have an unbelievable first round record. But when I look at their forward pack, and I think you touched on it, Tom, I just go, what the fuck has happened? Like, are they picking school teachers? Just, you fucking
Well,
come have a
Loiero's
go.
going to be good at lock, but the rest of them are very average.
Loiero's not starting.
Obviously, he is at lock.
I thought he was off the bench.
No, he's at lock.
So let's go through the forward pack quickly. You got Tui Kamakamika versus Moses Leota. I'm going Leota.
Just let's
too.
everyone remember they've just come back from a heartbreaking loss in the very important World Club Challenge that the mighty Wigan Warriors beat them in.
Yeah.
Fisher
So
Harris
that's your
versus
favourite
Josh
team.
King. I could have 2 Josh Kings versus Fisher Harris. and I'd
King's
still go
solid,
Fisher.
but Fisher Harris
That's
is
what
way
I mean.
better.
The matchups is just fucking
Then you
chalk
got
and cheese.
So Joe Chan, who
That's
Shout
what I
out
mean.
to-
Who?
Yeah, who
correct
is
me if we're
George
just fucking
Chen?
casuals,
Shout out
but
to
I
Joe.
have never heard of him in my fucking
But
life.
good on Joe.
He
But I
must
mean,
have played a game before. There's
So they
no
put-
way he's fucking.
They put Luke Garner starting against him, which isn't like a world beater, but he's fucking played top level footy for ages. Liam Martin, absolute gun against Elisa Katoa, who has a lot of potential.
Yeah,
He
that's
does.
right.
He showed glimpses last year.
But he hasn't done anything solid for a whole year, I don't think.
Yeah,
Liam
he was
Martin.
good last year.
He is good. That's what I mean. He's got potential. Then you got Trent Liero versus Yo. Like, fucking, that is just a pounding.
Yo's
of
not going to
forward pack.
dominate him, but Yo can fucking control a game.
Yeah,
from
and
the middle.
Loiero doesn't. He played 80 minutes fucking pretty much every game
Yeah,
last
but
year.
I'm just talking
in the
about
second
the
row.
caliber of a lock.
Why is Welchie off the bench?
Don't know.
Is there
Why
a
do we
fucking
all
reason
think
for
that?
that?
Fucking Isaiah Yo is the greatest footballer of all time?
I'm
Mate,
just
I got
saying
slammed
he
last year
shits-
for saying that fucking Paddy Carrigan is on par with him.
I'm
Everyone
not
went,
saying
"That's
he's the
stupid."
greatest ever. I'm just saying again, Big T Rent, Liero at lock.
He'll be right.
Yeah, he'll be right, but I'm just saying that is a very lopsided forward pack.
I don't think Penrith are going to dominate them, but yeah, the matchups.
Storm are going to win.
Melbourne, like, you just can't knock them. You can't ever count
Mate,
them out because it's fucking
ask-
Melbourne and Craig Bellamy's the coach.
Ask me, missus. The jet lag from the UK is real. She keeps
Yeah,
getting
it
up at
is
3 in the morning. Fucking,
yeah, last for a week.
Who
Exactly.
Did you go, Jace?
Yeah.
Did you go Penrith?
I've gone Penrith, yeah.
Right.
I don't.
That's all right.
All
It's
right,
not
well,
like, I
we'll
don't
move
think
on.
Amy
Pap.
Park is a great home ground advantage or
Pap.
anything. I think Penrith
Pap.
got this.
The Pap, boys.
Pap.
The Pap.
He's back.
What about this one? This took me a while. So we got Eels versus Bulldogs. Now, when I first saw this, I was going to go Bulldogs until I looked at the team list, and I'm just not a fan of who they've selected and who they've left in places. Like, I would have had Bronson Sherry in the centres, put Jacob Carraz on the wing, I reckon, and I would have had fucking Josh Curran starting somewhere.
Yep, he's got to be in. He can play lock. Put him in fucking lock over.
Like maybe Jamin Salmon.
Yeah, why is Weak Gutted Dog starting in
I'm
lock?
happy about Weak Gutted starting.
But I mean,
Yeah, for
Weak.
your fucking super coach.
But I think Weak Gutted. I think Weak Gutted has that ball skills.
he does. He's
You
not
know?
an outright
He's
lock.
played 5'8" and shit before.
Yeah.
so-
He's pretty strong gutted in the ball
handling.
handling
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Where,
But Josh Curran, man, he's got to fucking start.
but, you know, I don't think you should play lock if you got the ball skills of a lesbian. Though.
But at the same time, I don't. Preston kick out second row. That's pretty solidified. So Josh Curran probably can't sneak in there. But,
But would you
Have a-
not have Curran over Preston?
What?
Josh
I don't know,
Curran.
man.
Jacob Preston,
Jacob Preston
had
fucking
one of the
killed it
best
last
Yeah,
season.
no,
He
no,
is so good on
that's
that edge.
fine. I'm just saying,
I mean,
as
I
a
don't-
player, I would still, if I had to pick a player to play on my personal team and it was out of Preston and Josh Curran, I would pick Curran.
Preston hasn't
Fuck
done anything
off.
wrong to lose his spot yet. is
Not
why.
saying he has.
Yeah,
I'll
I know,
put-
but that's why the reason that Curran's probably in the bench is because
Well, have
Preston
you not
played so
watched
good
Curran
last year.
play?
Did you not watch one Bulldogs game last year?
No, I'm saying he went well, but I mean, I just reckon
If Preston
he's
was
a better player.
average, and then you'd go, right, Curran takes his jersey, but I feel it's unfair if you said to Preston, breakout year,
That's-
amazing,
yeah, that's
you
a
come
fair-
in, Curran, and fuck off.
That's a fair call, being that he had that good year last year. I'm genuinely speaking on just player. Like, if you got to pick one player to have at your club, same price, and it was those two, you're telling me you'd pick Preston over Curran.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'd probably pick Curran.
Really?
I just think
Yep.
he's more.
Can
sort of
Curran
suit-
play 80 every
Curran
week?
was a sniff for fucking New South Wales last year, man.
Oh, man. I'm going to ask
Curran
my
is
uncle. So
Curran
my-
is great.
Actually, this
Jacob
would be a good one
Preston's
for the
great.
listeners.
Yeah.
Let us know who you'd pick. And not this isn't for the Bulldogs in the second row. This is as just overall player of.
Well,
very
basically,
close.
it is for who in the second row because they're
Yeah.
both playing for the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
so
I know, but that Josh Curran can play front row, second row.
I'm going to
lock.
ask my uncle, who's a diehard Dogs fan, what he thinks.
Well, he
because
probably
will
loves
know.
Preston because it's that thing of last
It's-
year
yeah.
and shit.
Oh,
It is
don't
it's a
start
close. They're both
backpedaling.
so.
Can't. I'm saying pick one player in your club, and that's it.
Can we
If I
just
was
go-
building a brand new club, I'm taking Curran, yes. But if you're looking at Bulldogs off last year in Preston's form, you don't fucking rip the jersey off him.
Nah, fair enough, and I agree with you. Looking at
I'm
it
keen
like
to see Sam Hughes, boys, because
Right?
Sammy Hughes.
Jacob Carraz, who's playing centre for him, he went on a podcast the other day and said Sam Hughes is the fittest at the club and he's a front
Wow.
rower. So
That's pretty impressive.
keen as to see that. Have a go at the reserves for the Dogs. We got Bronson Zeri, Toby Sexton, Jake Turpin, who's, average, Connor Tracy. fucking hell, you could just about.
So I mean, Connor Tracy could play fullback over Blake Taff. Bronson Cherry could easily play centre over Kiraz. Like Sexton over Hutchison, I would have had. Hutchison just fucking Mr. Fix-It, just comes in, Mitch Orbison 2.0. But
I do agree with you about Bronson Cherry, but fuck, same deal. Kiraz played well last year, so I don't know.
Like Bulldogs almost, it's weird because they've got like a good headache with a lot of depth, but for some reason I'm just like, you're still going to be shit.
After all that, I'm tipping the Dogs because I'm just hoping Viliami Kikau has gone and had a fucking good preseason and he can get back to his Penrith form because he was so unfit and in and out of the team last year. So let's just pray for that.
I just don't know how old Drewy will go steering the ship. I don't know. I just feel like I think I've written Para off from last year and that, and I look at the lineups of those two, and like I said, I was gonna go Bulldogs until there was just those couple of little.
How good is the Para's fucking side look?
I know. So that's why I looked at it and went, I have to pick Para.
The fact that you've got again, they did this all year. It fucking blows me away. They keep picking Brycey Cartwright to start and Madison's on the bench.
I know.
And I just go, but it worked. Like,
well, they had Madison playing lock a bit too, but Hopgood has fucking got that jersey locked in, man.
I can't get over it because Cartwright had an unreal year last year. Don't get me wrong.
That was his best yet.
And they just kept picking him. And I'm going, put Madison on for fuck's sake.
Dude, that's a couple of fucking good forwards that they've picked up. Eels, Joe Offahangawi and Kalma Tuilagi on the bench. Like that's pretty. They're two fucking solid forwards.
Joe was there. He was there last year.
Yeah. Oh, was he?
Yeah, it was like a mid-season.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
So he's a rock solid fucking front rower, and that Kalma did some pretty good stuff in the second row.
I've gone Para. They're full strength. Their people knocked them after last year, but they've still got the fucking skill there. Because it's the same, pretty well the same teams from the year they made the GF. You still got the same spine, minus Reed Marnie.
Yeah.
But like Moses, Dylan Brown, Gutho can fucking like do very well.
Yeah. Anyway, how's that?
There's the dog.
We got fired up there, yeah.
That was just a big fucking yarn about the Dogs.
And here's just a fucking. I think every cunt will just. This will be the game that stops the nation. Titans versus the Dragons at Seabus.
I might actually have a quiet one in and just watch this game because I'm so keen for it.
Same as last year. Open the season, Titans and Dragons. They must be trying to make They must be trying to make a bit of a thing about it because they opened the season last year. These two, and I tipped the fucking Titans, and the Dragons beat them.
Yeah,
maybe they're just looking out for every cunt. Oh, if you're busy, you got a party on or something. It's only the Titans and the Dragons.
You don't have to fucking miss out on much. Titans will probably have an all right year.
Who are we going?
I'm going Titans.
I'm going the Titans as well.
Gold Coast and Dragons. I just think you're gonna be shit.
I just have to see Dragons win before I start tipping them.
Wait, we didn't do a spoon too for the AFL. Anyway, go to that next game.
Yeah, next game. This is an interesting one for me, I think. Dolphins versus Cowboys at Suncorp. Cowboys opening up pretty heavy favourites.
So, I have to go the Cows
because your top four prediction.
They're going to fucking make the top four. So,
but you want to go Finns, don't you?
No, I was tossing up, but at the end of the day, if the Cowboys show up, they'll just win. And I'm just banking on maybe the Finns aren't quite gelling together yet.
I've gone Finns.
I think Finns as well. I think they showed at the start of last year with even less calibre that they have that belief and the bit of shit in them there. I think with old Waynell just steering the ship, and I just feel like a few more players. Hopefully they have that same belief at home. Well, sort of at home at Suncorp. I reckon they'll win.
I think interesting choice.
Dolphins.
Is I've gone Finns, but Jack Bostock starting in the wing. I thought that Avarillo would be a fucking shoe-in, and then you'd have Tessie and you could play in the wing as well.
So has Avarillo not even got a run at all?
No, so he's in the reserves.
But he's not a winger.
Avarillo.
The fullback or a centre.
Yeah, so then you put Tessie and you in the wing.
Is Tessie
starting centre? Yeah, Tessie and Herbie starting centre.
I don't like New on the wing though. He's a stumpy little, like as in I think he's either a fullback or a centre. Like I think it's getting to the point where that grubber has been taken out. So you sort of need both your wingers, I think, the way the game's going, to be pretty fucking aerial.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, forward pack matchups.
Righto.
Flegler against Tamalolo, Bromwich against McLean, Kafusi on Lukey, Lemuelu, Nanai, Ray Stone, Cotter, 2 little fucking
How good
units.
does that cow's pack sound, mate?
I did.
Just
As I said that, I
fucking-
went,
just
that is
tell me how
pretty
good
fucking
that
No,
sounds.
it does sound
Reece
good.
Robson's going to have a massive year this year, I reckon.
You reckon?
Yeah, well, he
Yeah.
ended up playing Origin last year too.
Yeah.
But
So-
I'm still, I don't know, Finns, Suncorp, they'll fucking, there's no Bronx game this weekend.
And
so
the Tigs
a lot of
getting 2 points.
Yeah,
straight up.
tipping Tigs this
too.
week.
Yeah, the Tigs.
Nice.
The only 2 points they'll get for a long fucking time, I
Come on,
think.
the Tigs.
Yeah, well, there you go. There's a bit of heat in the first round.
Well, I've
see.
got ground to make up already. I'm 0 from 2.
Oh,
so-
you're fucking clinging at shit. But we've gone, Jason, I've gone, I think, did we just go the same with everything?
Yeah, we did.
I think, yeah, there's just those couple, like the Dolphins, Cowboys, like we've gone the thing there.
This
and-
bloke loves going like the outsider though. Last year he
They're
did
not
it too.
outsiders,
Not crazy
mate.
outsider.
Oh, you can't
Everything's
really-
pretty close this
The
week because
one-
it's round 1.
You can't really look at the odds much in the first fucking round.
No, you
The,
can't- no
the
way.
biggest one for me is I've actually gone like 4 different to you guys.
Yeah,
The biggest one for me, I think, is the Storm against Penrith.
Yeah.
The Sharks, for some reason, I'm just confident that they're going to get it done in New Zealand. The Dogs and the Eels, now that we've gone and through the teams, it's sort of that Eels team looks good.
Yeah, you think about it
But the
again.
Cows, man.
Yeah.
Surely the Cows just put the sword through.
I think just the start of the Dolphin season last year, when we all had them tipped to fucking
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
spoon, or just something about the way the glue that holds them together there. I think they've formed a pretty good culture.
Who's
I've
playing?
Sort of got
Who's playing in the halves? That's my fucking
I
main
think
question.
Nicarima and
O'Sullivan.
O'Sullivan. I
Right.
think.
So there we go.
I thought Katoa was going to start. That kind of,
Hey.
Think about that. You go, Katoa
Oh, no.
probably should start.
Let's do
over
the
there,
AFL
mate.
tips, boys. Jace, you want to go through the games?
Yes. So we've got starting on Thursday, Sydney versus Melbourne. Friday, Lions.
Yeah,
versus
we'll do the
Carlton.
tips as we
Oh,
go.
yeah, we'll just go one by one. Yeah, sorry about that.
Now, cracking game to start the
I think
season.
it's fucking very
as much as
even,
we've
yeah.
put shit on, it's not at the G. It doesn't feel right. Sydney, Melbourne, great game. I've tipped the D's.
Have you?
Yeah, I don't.
I've gone Swans purely because it's at the SCG.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to be a better side this year, but it's so fucking even, and it's too early to tell, really.
Yeah.
But
I'm just
purely
hoping-
going this off home ground advantage.
I'm just hoping Simon Goodwin gets the D's in the shed before the game and goes, that off season was fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just go out there and show these cunts that we mean business this year.
That's what it'll
I'm-
either fully fuck them and all the off-season noise can just be so bad for them, or they can completely go the opposite route and go, don't listen
No
to that.
one will
Get
even-
the fuck out there and play footy.
No one will talk about the off season if they win their first 5 games.
Well, can I just
Because you've got
veer
such
off-
great leaders too. Petrarca, Gorn, like blokes that can steer them away from that shit.
Yeah.
Can I just veer off for a second
Yeah,
and
veer.
go back to the app? I thought being in the tipping comp meant that I was also just automatically in AFL.
Go out, go out, go out,
Sorry, listeners.
go home,
Scroll across.
go across. Oh, what the fuck?
Like, I just thought that comp was both.
Yeah, it is. Give it.
Give it here.
Anyway, go to the next game. Who are you going to tip out of Sydney and Melbourne, mate?
Oh, $1.90 each.
Don't look at the odds.
Yeah.
Oh, where are we? We're in Sydney. Let's go the fucking Swans, eh?
Oh, great.
Actually-
tip, Tom. Ooh.
Actually, no, I'm going the Demons because
Oh.
it's Quino's team.
Vibey. He's just giving the old fist pump, Quino.
The old Seaman Demons. Let's
Right.
go.
Next game, Friday night, Lions versus Carlton at the Gabba. I've
Ooh.
gone Lions.
Yeah,
Carlton,
Lions.
Yeah. Pedro has mentioned to you they just struggle at the Gabba.
Yeah.
Lions coming off the back of last year. I think they'll have a fucking point to prove
Yeah.
that they can be a flag team.
Didn't they have a fucking wild record at home last year, or was that
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. They didn't lose one.
Nah. So that's pretty fucking good stuff.
That's obviously a good shout, yeah. So I'm going to tip him as well, but I just don't know because we've all gone Carlton are going to fucking win the comp this year. Like, how are they $3.80 in round one?
Well, this is where you usually base Carlton's year off. Oh, they just pump fucking Richmond in opening round. That's huge. Richmond have been so good the last few years, and now they've got a fucking even bigger test for opening round is against Lions at the Gabba.
Yeah.
Lions,
I just
don't think Lions lose this more than anything. So
it's more you have to see them not do what they did last year before you go against them, mate.
Exactly.
Like if they did that the whole year last year, it's like why would you all of a sudden just be like, nah.
Yeah, they've done it for seasons now too, the old Lions.
They have.
Anyway,
So I might not even be in the AFL.
we'll sort it out, mate.
We'll get it sorted.
I'm not
Saturday half.
Uncle Grope will sort it.
Saturday half, we got the Gold Coast Suns versus Richmond. Dimmer going up against his old team.
Yeah.
I think Richmond are just on a massive decline at the moment, eh? They've had their head coach who won them fucking 3 flags gone to this club. And I think Suns are going to pump them.
Did Rewalt retire at the end of last year? Jack Rewalt? Let's have
Rings a bell.
Jack.
Don't think he has. I thought he played in one of the preseason sims.
Yeah,
then again,
he played in some fucking... No, he did. No. Yeah, he did.
He did?
Yeah.
I like to spit shit out my mouth in this show anyway.
347 games. What a fucking career.
Is that more
He did
than
play in
Nick?
some... He played something. It was some fuck around
Yeah,
thing.
so I swear I saw something in the preseason.
Yeah.
Is that more games than Nick Rewalt?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, gotta be. I'm going Suns for that one.
I've picked the Tigers.
Have
Fuck
ya?
knows why. Why have I done that?
Yeah.
And then look at me. I've put GW in the top 4 and left Collingwood out of the 8, but I'm tipping Collingwood apparently.
Ooh.
You're confused.
Wow.
I went the Suns.
You just fucking stab and you go, why have I done that?
And I've gone Collingwood too.
Yeah, I've gone. I know. I said it before. This one's actually fucking tough. I'm changing my mind. I'm going GWS.
Oh, yeah. Nice. It should be a good game.
Round 1, I think Collingwood Premiership hangover.
It's crazy.
They'll still make the top 4, but they'll have a clunky start, I reckon, Collingwood.
Because you've only got the 22 rounds or something. Maybe you got 23.
3, yeah.
It's just so important to win fucking all the time.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's crazy.
Very important.
Fucking unreal. You can't
Winning-
just, have a nice, easy start to the season.
No.
Anyway.
Winning's good.
Let's wrap this up, man. One of our biggest supporters who's been with us from the start, boys, a standard squeeze, Ash and the team. They've created this little baddie here. I've got it in my hand. It's a little mini squeeze. Think of your 2-stroke bottles. You've heard it all.
Yeah. You can get big baddies too, not just that little puppy.
Fit it in your pocket. For a lot of blokes down south, you can fit it in your ass. It's fucking, you can take it anywhere.
And that's okay.
That's right.
If that's
you
what
wanna
you
do it,
choose,
no, I'm just
that's
saying.
fine.
Doesn't even have to be for pleasure.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's fucking good stuff, boys.
Yeah, we said it last week. The fucking most handiest spots on the boat.
Yeah.
It's same as the 4-in-1s. They got snapbacks. They got bloody shirts. They got merch. We've got a discount code for our listeners. It's Reggie15. You get a nice 15% discount at checkout. Website's called thestandardsqueeze.com. So, yeah, get around Ash and the team. They support us and we love fucking supporting them.
Fucking nice.
So, 2 people for me, Spencer or Sam Kerr?
Spencer.
Spencer it is.
Yep.
Sam might be in the running in a couple of weeks.
I did see she's going to face UK court.
after the hearing, yeah. if she gets
Do we
found
know
guilty.
what she said or anything?
Nah.
It was,
No.
alleged racist comments towards a police officer.
Yeah. Probably not
But-
someone you should say anything to.
Not at all,
Shouldn't-
which is as just fucking dumb as well.
Yeah.
But I
Anyway.
haven't read enough
Yeah,
into
Spence-
it.
We'll give it to
definitely.
Spence. And then CTC, boys. Knuckles, he's always part of the team here. We just mentioned him. He's in Vegas going to, he was in Vegas. Now he's heading to fucking UFC 299.
He's fucking doing everything while he's there. I think he actually went and did a training session with Floyd Mayweather Sr.
What?
I'm serious. Went to the Mayweather thing. I don't know how much it was, but he went and did like a session with Mayweather.
Wow.
Do you reckon Mayweather Senior just went, fuck me, cunt, you got some work to do?
I don't know. I reckon Knuckles would have
Fuck
went
me,
in
cunt,
with a
where's your
mic
ass?
and went, fuck the gloves, Joe, you wear yarning.
yeah, as you would.
But yeah, so he's getting a lot done over there. But while he's over there getting a lot done, a lot's getting done from the CTC team here at home. Head to thecountrycompanies.com for all the designs the Knucklers got ready to go. There's some absolute rippers there on that site. And countrytruckercaps.com to design your own. It's a good setup where you get to just literally put whatever the fuck you want on a trucker cap or other caps he makes as well. So
It is ideal.
get behind him and support him.
Get in there.
Get in.
Cam Green.
Fucking oath.
Yeah,
gotta be Green.
Cam Green. I've got honourable mention, Peter V'landys, Andrew Abdo, NRL. I know that people might think it wasn't a massive success and that the Yanks just automatically 400 million love NRL now, but I think you had the whole nation talking about NRL. They timed it perfectly. They had it on its own. They had 40,000 people at the stadium. The whole week was like a festival. Vegas was a big success. And Abdo and Peter V'landys, they just make shit happen.
Mate, regardless of if they would have lost a fair bit of money, I think, the first one, but it's more about, I think the boys have just given the boys something to do. As in they've given every bastard who's never been to Vegas and not
How many
it's
blokes do you reckon?
Mate, the footy's on the bikers.
You've got how many of that 40,000 were Aussies that have gone, I'm doing this next year, and other blokes going, that looked awesome, I'm going to do that next year.
Well, similar to Magic Round, how it's growing. Like it has the potential to maybe do that every year just to be like I don't know.
But yeah, that's
Poiter.
honourable mention, but I think Cam Green single-handedly, because you saw the low scores in that game, they were all in like
Fucking
170,
good.
180.
After being out of the team and shit like that for a while, it's just good to see.
I can't. I just can't like Peter V'landys, unfortunately. I know all the league people are just like, oh, let me suck his cock. But I just can't.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a cocksucker.
Because he's a Sydney boy and he's always going up against Racing Victoria or he was when he was, in Racing New South Wales, and he's always trying to make big races in New South Wales on the days that the big races are in Victoria. So like Melbourne Cup Day, he's got...
So this isn't even a rugby league vendetta. This is...
Yeah, but fuck him.
Racing.
And he's always slinging the AFL as well, slagging them off, and it's always just about
that's
them,
always gonna be
them
the case,
versus
so.
us. So, yeah, but the racing
Us?
thing pisses me off. So
What are you fucking?
I'm talking from his point of view, not mine.
I thought you just took his fucking AFL side.
I'm talking... it's more the racing thing, but Melbourne Cup Day, he
Tries to do
started
something
a race called the Big Dance. It's like, no, fuck off.
Yeah,
it's Melbourne
from
Cup
a rugby
Day.
league perspective, what he's done for the game in the last fucking 4 or 5 years.
Nah, fuck it.
COVID times, bringing the game back, the first big sport in the world to be back. And now shit like this. Don't think the NRL's losing, besides a bit of coin, but they're fucking growing the game perfectly.
Yeah. Righto. That was more about...
Fuck him though, eh?
Yeah.
But what a fuckhead, yeah. But yeah, Cam Green's captain of the week. Just thought I'd just mention
Peter,
that.
while I'm hosting, Peter will never get captain. He could
Fair
cure,
enough.
He could cure cancer.
Even if it's 2-1, it's still Nana, my show.
Yeah, well, it's great. It's great for show.
Righto, let's wrap it up there. Massive weekend ahead as usual. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you Friday morning for the Punt Show.
Go check out the vlog.
Yes.
And let us know what you think. Fucking get into it.
Hooroo.
And buy a fucking baggy reg and stay out of yourself.